Yo, what is going on, everyone? We are back, episode 12, baby, and we are joined with a special guest tonight. We got Timbo Toys in the house, man, the one and only.
What's up?
Put your hands together for Timbo Toys. This is awesome. I've been really looking forward to this interview.
Yeah, we are super
and not interview,
excited.
but yeah. It's not an interview. It's more of just a guest. I don't want. It's an interrogation, really, is what it is.
It's a little bit of an interrogation, but we'll be nice. We have a lot to ask Timbo, man. Like, we've talked about Timbo on our channel before, man. We always mention his 1/12 scale donut shop and his comic shop. And me and Hyper are just, we kind of glaze him up a lot, and we're just huge fans of his work. It's really fun to see what he's doing. And Timbo, we're gonna let you have the floor. Is there anything you want to kind of explain who you are and what you do on your channel, man?
Yeah, well, first I just want to say a big thank you for you guys, what you do, and really appreciate it. And yeah, the way you guys do things, the way you carry yourselves, the conversations, I've just really, taken to the community that you guys have been working to establish. Appreciate the way you do things, and the positivity that you bring, the questions that you've had, a chance to ask guests and things like that. Really enjoy your show. So thank you so much, both of you. It's nice to meet you here via, the internet, but thank you so much for having me on the show.
Oh yeah.
You're so welcome, homie. You're so welcome, buddy. We're happy to have you on, dude.
Yeah. So all right, let's get into it. So now you're out in California. Are you in California? Is that right?
Oh no, I'm in Indiana.
Indiana. Okay. All right. Indiana. It's the centralized California, right? It's the California middle of the country, right? So, all right.
That's where the OOTB boys live too, actually, in Indiana.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, I don't think we're too far away from each other, to be honest. I'm northern Indiana, so I think they're northern Indiana.
That's pretty cool, man. That's awesome.
All right. So what?
Never met them though, but yeah.
Right.
Maybe one day. Would you ever, Timbo? I know you have kids and stuff, man. But would you ever be able to attend an ICC con at any time in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to do that sometime. So
yeah, man.
I don't know when, but I think that'd be awesome.
For sure, dude. Yeah, I just want to pick your brain about it a little bit.
Right. So, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Hyper. You take it, bro.
I was gonna say no. So being from Indiana, does that by default make you like an Indy 500 fan?
I do. Yeah, I do enjoy the Indy 500. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yeah. You kind of know. I've always kind of learned that when the Indy 500 hits, that's when you're pretty much at the end of school.
Gotcha.
So.
Right. Well, you know that Stone being from South Carolina, there's a NASCAR fan in there. It's just
Dude, Dale Jr. and Dale Earnhardt. I mean, you're talking about Rusty Wallace, bro. Tony Stewart, Carl Edwards. There, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, NASCAR is heavy down here in the South, but it's always cool when you hear some Yankees, like our fellow Timbo here, talking about it too. Because NASCAR, it's just not what it used to be, man. It's just it's a very niche following. It's now the people that follow it, they're hardcore into it, man. But they're few and far between. I feel like nowadays.
I've always wanted to see what Stone's living room looks like. I bet you anything. There's a hood of a NASCAR. There's a Dale Earnhardt hood in there. There's probably There's probably
is that your dinner
tires.
Table?
Right.
Oh, dude, that'd be
NASCAR hood.
Right.
Mostly in high school, man. You couldn't even see my wall. It was just like band posters and like ticket stubs and shit like that. Wristbands.
Oh yeah.
Real quick, I do want to shout out to everybody in chat. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We already got Troy. Thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. Gonna have to catch the replay. Got plans with the wife tonight. I hope you have a great time, and I hope you enjoy the replay, bro. Thank you so much.
Gen X Brian's in the house. Curtis is in the house. Everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome everyone. Welcome. I feel like we haven't done this in like a long time. Does it feel like forever since we've done this?
It feels longer than 2 weeks, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It feels longer than 2 weeks. Jacob, what's up, man? Thank you so much he says, hello there, Stoned, Hyper, and Timbo in chat. What's up, buddy?
Hey. SWC, what's going on, man? Right?
It does feel like it's been a minute though, dude. You ain't lying.
Right.
I'm seeing a new name somewhere in here. Galactic Artisan Customs. I love Timbo's stuff. Thanks for coming in by and hanging out, man.
Love it, man. Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, Timbo is matter of fact, just real quick. Let me see here. I want to show y'all something real quick. If you haven't already, go over to Instagram if you have it And can y'all see that?
There we go. It's coming. Sky, there you go. There it is.
There it is. All right. There it is. So man, you're almost at 2,000 followers on Instagram. That's really cool, man. So congrats on that. But
yeah, thanks. Yeah, very active on Instagram. Much more active on Instagram than I am on YouTube, but I am trying to do a little bit more on YouTube. So
yeah,
absolutely. This is so cool, man. It's so rad. I seen one earlier that I was looking at that I wanted to bring back up. I had a couple saved that I put in the post that we were having you on or whatever, but this one, is this the one? You had Peter Parker. This is a cool one too. I love this shot, but you had one where it was Peter Parker and then his butt, was it Ned?
Yeah.
Dude, that with Jackson's son in the comics, that was a really cool shot, man.
Yeah.
So cool. So y'all, if y'all haven't yet, just go check out some of Timbo's stuff, man. He's got some really cool shit going on over at his channel. He does really. I was trying to find that really. Yeah, look at this one. This is so cool. Neil in the comic shop. Look at these little. Look, dude, that is so cool. That is so rad, man.
I'll let you guys, see that in person. I'll take you on a tour of, what I have of the mall. I've been working to build a 1/12 scale mall, and so I've got a few stores already made and ready to go. So I'll be happy to, show you that stuff.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. You just wait. Oh yeah,
gonna give y'all the Timbo Toys tour, baby, exclusive on Stone and Hyper.
Yeah,
I'm super excited to see, man.
One of the things I really love about you is you and I are similar creatures in a sense that we don't work in one scale. We work in different scales. And what I find interesting is that every now and then I'll see something in maybe the 4-inch scale or the 6-inch scale that you use someplace else. And I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I love it when you can get multi-use out of something like that, and I know when I try to do a diorama, I try to think about, well, what scale am I in, but can I get something else out of this? So can I use it in a 6-inch scale or a 1/72nd scale even, or, and it seems like your dioramas are specifically 4-inch or 6-inch scale, but you have, maybe I'm wrong, but there seem to be some interchangeable parts, and I find that really interesting.
Yeah. I have I think Stoned has a couple of my double-sided walls, and you can use those with 1/12 scale or 1/18 scale. I discovered if I don't put any doors or windows in, that it makes it easy to actually just use those for both scales.
Right.
Because it doesn't get it, because with the windows or what, which I guess it just depends on the size of the window. Like it kind of ruins the scale. With those other items, it's a little like it's not really familiar to the human eye, so it kind of just obscures the scale a little bit,
Right.
Yeah.
I have your walls packed up. I love those things, man. They're so cool.
Yeah, and your building techniques are so clean too. Like it just there's a real clean pro look to it, and I really admire it, especially at the scale that you're doing. It's one thing to do a small piece and do something highly detailed, but with your stuff, it's large scale and highly detailed, and that's an entirely different skill set.
Well, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I've always I'm kind of representing I've got my World Makers Consortium shirt on here. That's a group I'm a part of on Instagram and YouTube, and they do a Friday night show almost every Friday. But the world making is just been huge, just been a lot of fun. I mean, collecting's fun, but I think when you start getting into the world making side of it, it just really opens doors to go really any direction you want to go.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, and I think too, when I look at your stuff, I have a friend of mine, a couple of friends who are in the GI Joe community, and they're very familiar with your work from Instagram and YouTube and other things. So I think you cross over into it. Not only is it fun for Star Wars people to see, but in other communities, your work sort of transcends that boundary, and people can appreciate it because it's just really, really good stuff. And that's another difficult thing to do, because usually people sort of find their niche and they don't explore outside of their thing, but you do. A lot of people I know, I've talked about you with a lot of people who are very familiar with your work, so that's pretty cool. Yeah,
thanks. I'm I need I think I need a shirt because and I think there might be a couple other guys here too that we were a part of the very first Stoned and Hyper show, and we survived the very first Stoned and Hyper show. I was just remembering that you guys. I don't think you could. I don't think you knew what was going on in the chat, and you discovered that way later. I think Brian was there, Wiso, and
Oh yeah.
You guys were kind of like, man, I just don't see anybody here, but we're gonna do it anyways. And then I remember you finally found the chat, and
shout out to my buddy Dave. Dave
That's
Petrowski's in the house. Hey,
Hey, what's going
Dave,
on, man?
Dave is the provider of many of the spoils that I have shared with you all. And
This is the David.
This is the David. This is Magic David Stoned. This is your Dave. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I've heard a lot about you, David. Yeah.
Oh yes. Many
Connoisseur
magical
of the flower.
Yes, exactly. Kind Bud Petrowski is what we used to call him back in the day. Yeah, but Dave, don't worry. I still have to drop that video. Dave sent me another mystery box, and it's worth it. So I'm definitely going to post that soon. But coming back at you. So yeah, Magic David. Yeah, that's right. But anyways, yeah. So another cool thing that you do, I think, too, is there are people who do custom figures, and there are people who do dioramas, and sometimes those two groups don't come together. But you do it all. You do custom figures, custom dioramas, custom vehicles, different scales,
Everything.
all of it. You mix in. I've seen everything from like Fisher Price people in there to, all kinds of stuff. Like, aren't there a couple of adventure people in there? I swear I thought I saw maybe an adventure people in there somewhere along the line.
I may, in 1/18th I may, because that's that original, like those were like the stand-in figures, weren't they, for like the original Star Wars figures?
Right, exactly. Like the pre-posed arms and everything, and I think I saw.
That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah.
And by the way, also to address what you were saying before, both Stoned and I have climbed out of the primordial soup from the first episode, and we have slowly. Evolution has brought us to this point where I now have a functioning microphone, and Stoned is able to like put pictures on. So hang with us,
dude. We're starting to we're getting better and better, man.
You're getting better. You guys like I said, you guys have a great show. I just really appreciate the vibe of your show and the way you guys handle things. Very interesting things that you talk about, and I don't feel like if you want. I mean, unfortunately, negativity does sell, and people get interested in that. Drama, can draw people in, but I just the way you guys approach things and how you talk about things, you're. It's not to say you don't have an opinion, as to whether you like it or not, but it's not a hey, I'm gonna, shove this down your throat and you got to accept this. It's hey, this is how I feel about it, but if you feel differently, that's fine.
Exactly, man. You're 100 hit the nail on the head, man. I couldn't have said it better myself, dude. And just thank you so much for the kind words, man. And your support is honestly truly appreciated, man. Like seeing your name in chat, you're a regular now, man. I know we don't know each other well, but I kind of consider you a borderline a friend, man, because you just show up, and that's what a friend does, man. You show up and you're just supportive, and me and Hyper are just very thankful for that, dude. Honestly.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. For everyone in the chat.
That's right. For everybody, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. This is just doing this is just so fun, and getting to talk to people like Timbo, who are fellow like friends, subscribers, whatever. Like it just makes the hobby more enjoyable when you get to share it with others, man.
Now, speaking of other YouTubers coming onto the show, I know we're trying to get Gen X Brian on as well, but how about some of these Gen X Brian videos lately? He's dropping all kinds of awesome videos out there, so I've really been enjoying those too. So,
me too. His last Return of the Jedi one was really, really good.
Really, yeah, those are fun collection videos, and his recent haul, like, good gracious,
dude, that was a hell of a haul.
Wow, I know, really. I thought, would he need a forklift to get that thing into the truck? Like that was pretty good. Yeah, that was really good, man.
Brian, you do a really good job with your videos. So yeah.
And I know my buddy Dave is still lurking in the chat, and he's not a customizer or a world builder, but he does have an Attack of the Clones foosball game that he's been restoring for 2 years.
Oh,
And
nice.
I want to see that video dropped, Dave, soon. You've been teasing
Dave,
me.
finish it up,
Don't
Dave.
tease me. Right. Don't tease me anymore with this. I want to see it now. Come on. Right.
Well, Mano, thank you for the super chat.
But yeah. So all right. So Timbo, man. So when you now you have the mall and you have the comic book shop and you have some other sort of dedicated. You have the cantina that I love. Like that, the cantina really speaks to me, man, because you just have expounded upon it so much. And I really love the way that you've constructed it with the lighting and it's just really nice.
Yeah.
Do you have plans to expand the cantina or the other ones that you have even further, or are you going to start like a new world, or what's your plan for like this year?
I've got plans to continue on with the mall. I've got at least maybe 2 or 3 more shops that I'm hoping to add this year, and that'll be a shelf. Like when I show you, I've only got one level. Well, actually, I have another level too, but I'll get to that in a moment. But I'm going to build a level on top too as well. I'll put a shelf and kind of have plan to have, maybe it's like an elevator or stairs or some kind of way that they get up to that level. And I'm working on a record store, so I'd like to have a record store in the mall. I'd like to have maybe kind of a food court, with maybe just like some restaurant fronts, Chinese burger place, things like that. And then my wife did tell me that my mall is very geared towards like guys and men with all the stores. And so she recommended that I have a clothing store, to draw in the ladies. So we may do some kind of clothing store at the mall.
Wow. I think Mrs. Timbo's got a point. Hell yeah.
Right on. That'd be cool. She's got a point.
So dude, I follow a buddy of yours too. I believe he's a friend of yours. Starboy Station on Instagram.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
So like he's got like I heard you say something about one level. And seeing his stuff, he's got like fucking 3-4 levels of like core something, man. It's like got different levels. So what is ultimately your, obviously a collection doesn't have an end goal and it's never complete. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about collecting. But like, what is something that you're like, do you have a goal that you're striving to get to? Like, as far as wall building goes, like, do you want to have like an entire room built up for your own? So you like, I know you make up your own story. So like, how much more expanding do you go? Like, how much more? You said you have one level. How many levels do you plan on going in the future?
I'd say probably at the very least 3, maybe 4.
Damn, dude, that's gonna be crazy.
Man. Yeah,
that's gonna be so dope, dude.
Yeah, I've got my other level that I have that I've been working on, and it actually could be 2 levels. Is there's kind of like the back rooms of the mall, so that's a level. But then underneath the mall, kind of part of my lore, there's a system of caves and caverns. And there's like a sinister character that has kind of taken up residence in these caverns, and I can get more into that later, but that's
dude.
I'll show you some of that too when I take you on a tour.
Great, dude. Excellent. Sounds awesome, man.
So what scale do you prefer working in? If you had to dedicate like a whole year to one scale or the other, would you go 6-inch or the 4-inch?
Ooh, good question, Hyper. Good question.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a couple of years ago, I probably would have said 4-inch. That's what I grew up with, the 1/18 scale, the 3.75. I've, always liked that. I remember actually when I first saw a Black Series figure, I thought that was the dumbest thing in the world. And, I was like, why would they do that?
That's hilarious.
Just thought it was ridiculous. But, over time, several years ago, I don't know, maybe 7 years ago, I did buy, a Black Series figure and really liked it. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Very posable. And that scale's really kind of I've warmed up to it. And so I would say, I'm just going to plan to keep going with the 1/12 scale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Building in that. I know there's limitations to it, with size and, things like that. But I feel like there are some things that, you can still do. So yeah, 1/12 scale.
I find, So, so Stoned has worked in multiple scales. He's a multimedia artist now, as we all know. And Stone has done the Micro Galaxy, and he's done a 4-inch Jurassic Park type of diorama. And so, you know, I find that, you know, obviously the 6-inch ones are awesome, but they take up a lot of space. Like you are severely limited in what you can do, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I this past year or so, Stoned and I started doing these Micro Galaxy dioramas, and it's a great scale, don't you think, Stoned? Like
it is, man. I honestly, you've done some fantastic work because you and Timbo, y'all have a lot more experience in the game, and y'all's, you know, y'all have already been swimming in this pond before. You know, you've already crossed the stream, if it, you know, another way to say it. But like, I would love to see Timbo's take on. Because I like Hyper. I like yours because you kind of like yours is more up my alley because I'm so limited on space, and I like just having like little bits and pieces. But like Timbo's shit is just like it is literally what he's. It's like a whole other galaxy in and of its own. So like I can't imagine what he would be able to do with like a scale like the. It's like Micro Galaxy is roughly 1/72nd scale, you know, and then with that the possibilities are just, you know, it just opens up so much more, you know. Whereas like what Timbo was saying, like with the 1/12 scale, and Hyper, me and you've kind of chatted about this when I first started getting into diorama making, but you almost, I don't want to say you limit yourself with the 1/12 scale, but you're a little more limited, you know, just depending on how much space you have. And like that's why I would have assumed that Timbo, I thought you would be more of a 3 and 3, which I know you still collect 3 3/4, but I thought you would be predominantly more in the 4-inch scale side of things. So I think it's cool that you've kind of that you're going with both. Because I enjoy any kind of scale. Obviously, it's better when everything like looks good side to side and it's in the same scale. Like because then you got McFarlane that's 7-inch. It's just weird. Like you got 3.75, 6-inch, 7-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch scale. There's so many scales of action figures. So really, the possibilities kind of are endless, you know?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody in chat, by the way? I see a lot of people coming in. So,
Hey, chat.
So good to have you guys. Great
Smash that motherfucking like button, everybody. It'd be really appreciated. Thank you for
Right.
coming by to hang out with me, Hyper, and Timbo. Super
And I see there's a lot of customizers and world builders in the in attendance tonight too. I see Commander Cook. I see
that's right.
Customs.
Awesome.
So hopefully this is of interest, you know. But
bringing in some of his people, I see.
Yeah.
Galactic Artists and Custom says less space but more detail, so it's a tough decision. Yeah, totally, man. Totally. Yeah. Artists and Customs.
Yeah.
And David says progress. Yep.
I only recently. Oh, I was going to say I only recently, about 2 or 3 years ago, got into the 6-inch diorama building thing because of space limitations, and I would say probably I still prefer personally the 4-inch for reasons of space. You know, I find it to be a nice. It's a nice scale because there's already a lot of vehicles and play sets in the 4-inch scale that you can sort of seamlessly add into it. But I like the challenge of building something larger. The challenge is fun, you know. So but your stuff is and I know that you started doing some of the RIT die techniques that and you have some really good success with that, man. You've got some really good stuff.
Well, I do owe you, you know, a thank you for that, because it was after seeing your work and your videos. You know, I had those pulled up, kind of watching those, you know, in succession. When I was doing it, I was very nervous, you know, just trying to. I didn't want to, you know, stain my my kitchen counter, so I was trying to be really careful with that. But I was really impressed with how it came out, and yeah, just you know, it's kind of a cool way to do, you know, do figures. So yeah, I learned that from Hyper. So that's.
I'll tell you, man, you know, I see it in a lot of your videos and shorts and things, these RIT die figures that you've done, and they are spectacular, man, especially when you put the weathering on them, and you know, they just come out so professional. You've really done an awesome job with it. Have you ever tried it, Stoned? Have you tried the dyeing of a figure yet in a custom?
I have not. I've had the RIT die in my Amazon cart, and I just haven't gone for it yet. I was going to go with some neutral colors like a forest green and then like grays and blacks and just kind of experiment a little bit with it, but I have not done anything real quick yet. Yeah, go ahead, Timbo. Hell yeah. Yeah, those Ned Bees that Timbo did turned out really, really well.
Yeah,
awesome.
I was really super excited about the my Ned B.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah,
that's the green one
I like
here.
that more than the red, Timbo. That looks dope.
Yeah, that looks really, really good.
I'm gonna try another one. This was the 2-pack, the carbonized version. And so I kind of wonder if I got a regular one, if the green might be just a little bit more prominent.
So I have found that those carbonized figures take to the die so well, and they do this really cool thing. There's like a really cool, almost like a Zartan color shift type of thing that happens with it. It's so cool.
Yeah. It's having a lot of fun with the Ned Bees, and just trying to think, about like I think you mentioned, Hyper, about like how it blends with colors. So like, if you got yellow and you add blue, you get green.
Right.
And I had the yellow, added the red, got the orange one. I know it kind of looks red, but it's more of an orange.
Thank you, Artisan Customs. Thank you so much, Artisan Customs. Hey, Galactic Artisan Customs, be sure to go show Hyperdrive Collection 6460 some love too, man. He's got awesome content on his channel as well. And look at Doug. Doug getting all kinky on here. Ooh,
I know, really. Expert in 4 inches, aren't we all? Right.
There's the orange one. So yeah, he came out really well.
That thing is fantastic, man.
Okay, I don't know. The red does look kind of fucking cool now that I see it like that.
It does, yeah. I did kind of add, went in and added a bunch of, silver highlights, just some more kind of battle damage to him and stuff like that, and do basically like a dry brush of silver on him to kind of bring out all the details. A lot of details on these, Black Series figures.
And the droid specifically too, man. Good grace. They're really, yeah.
No. One of the things I was going to say was, so what I learned actually just recently is this is kind of something that happened by accident. You can dye something. Let's say you dye something, if you have that yellow figure and you dye it with the blue and then it turns green, right? And then you let it dry, and you can then dye it again with a blue, and it will go blue, because now you're working on a green base as opposed to a yellow base. So you can actually layer the dye, so to speak. So once something goes from yellow to green, then you can get it from green to blue.
Oh, that's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't ever get it red, right? Like, so, because it's kind of like just like staining something. Like if you're staining a table, like you can't stain dark wood light, right? Like, because it's not going to happen. Stain light wood dark, so like, but
even red pigment ink had, like, when people get tattoos, some people's skin doesn't take red ink. Red is a very strange, it's a badass color, but it's a very strange color,
Oh yeah. Oh, my red tattoo looks like shit now after 30 fucking years. But
dude, it's something about the pigment of red, like red and yellow specifically, like greens and blacks, blues, purples, they tend to stay in the skin pretty well, but something about those like lighter side of colors.
Although I got my tattoo in a basement, so it probably has less to do with the red ink.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, kitchen tattoos right here, brother. I'm not judging. I'm not judging.
Right. So that's right.
I love it. Timbo, offshoot question. Do you have any ink, bro?
No, I don't. I, finally, when I turned 18, my parents, said I could get a tattoo, and I had thought about it. Actually, was going to get a wooden chair on my arm. And I don't know why, but that was just kind of what I was thinking. And but I wasn't for sure, so I never went with it, and just never have. So
was that going to be like an Amish chair?
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you say Hyper?
Is that an Amish chair from Indiana? Is like a Pennsylvania Amish Dutch type of shit? Right.
I think me and my friends just thought it'd be funny if I had a chair, tattooed on me. I'm glad I, didn't do that, but
I got mine in a drunken stupor in the military, so I have no excuses, right? But yeah.
I'm glad I couldn't get tattoos before 18, because I would have been covered with like fucking peace signs and band logos and shit. Good God.
Exactly. Right,
Most of the stuff that I have on my body, I have like one or two that I would like. I could have done something, but it's just memory, It just
Right.
It just depends. Everybody's different, Some people are like, I'm not putting that on my body unless I know for sure, Galactic.
Oh.
Type in Hyperdrive Collection 6460.
Yeah,
and that's
that's
going
me.
to take you to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of hyperdrives out there, but this is one of the coolest hyperdrives.
Hyper, are you on Instagram?
I am, but I am so terrible with it because
okay.
I know
you gotta make one for your channel, dude. You got to.
I know. I really do. I really do.
You can message people. Like if you wanted to have somebody on your stream, so like I just feel like you would do. I feel like you would have a fun with that, man.
Yeah, I would. I know I would. And I always say it like we're now 12 streams in, and I keep saying I'm going to do it. But by the 13th stream, I'm going to have it up. I've been shamed. I'm doing it. Right. So,
hey, I'm going to say hi to my sister, Christy. That's my sister, Christy. In the chat.
I was going to say,
Christy, hey, what's up, Christy? How you doing?
For hanging out. Your brother is super cool, super talented.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thank you for hanging out.
Yeah.
So real quick, I do want to just kind of just get into like our normal stuff or whatever. This isn't really, sure.
Yeah, man.
This isn't really news and rumors, but I'm just gonna label it that way. Fuck it, I'll just leave the regular band up. But I just want to get y'all's opinions. I didn't get to really talk to you, Hyper, about these figures. You've been in Portugal for the past week, living your best life, having a good time. And right. Timbo, I would love to hear your thoughts on these as well. But got the Praetorian Guard here. What's y'all's opinions on this? Are y'all in for one of these, or how do y'all think it looks?
Oh, put me down for those.
Yes, we need at least 3 of them.
At least 3?
Oh yeah. I where there were 3 on screen, there were probably
it would have been cool. I can't remember. Did they have? Was it just the 2 weapons, or did they all each have a different weapon in the show? I can't remember.
I feel like they were all the same in that episode, right? Like,
I feel like one of them had the whip. Like, I remember one of them.
All right, yeah, okay, all right.
And then there is one. Let me pull it back up. There is one that shows the whip too. It's pretty cool. Let me see. Where's it at? Yeah. Give Caveman Cody a second.
I do think they're cool. I kind of wish they had like the purple, like that purple edge on them or something that they had. That might be something.
Yeah.
Paint on them or something.
Yeah, Timbo, you spitting, dude. You're not lying. That would have made a world of a difference.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Oh, just to address chat, Curtis. Yes, they do speak. They speak both Portuguese and Brazilian Portuguese in Portugal. 50-50. Yeah. Yeah. That figure. So put me down for those bitches. I'll take 10 of them. I love it.
This old grill. Thanks for hanging out. First time seeing you in chat. Thank you for hanging out.
That's my brother-in-law.
Oh, okay, cool, awesome,
wow,
sweet, man. Thank y'all for hanging out. Timbo's bringing his own.
Bringing them in.
Yeah, awesome, man. Cool deal. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. Brian said he's down for one. I kind of had a feeling you would be in for one, Brian.
Wait a minute.
I was always a huge fan of the like the Royal Guards, that I think made an appearance in Return of the Jedi is where I first saw them, and they're just mysterious, and I really did like the fight scene with them with Rey and Kylo in the sequel trilogy, episode 8. That was really cool to see them fighting. So they're pretty cool. So I might have to get a 1, 2, or 3. So
that's right, my man. 3, at least 3. Right? Yeah, absolutely.
I've got the heavy Mando, so they make a great scene kind of gathered around him fighting.
And I know that figure is slightly inaccurate, but damn, that is such a good looking and fun figure. Paz Vizsla figure, that is a fun fucking figure, man.
Awesome.
And it looks so good. Yeah. Like, who cares if the hose doesn't go exactly where it's supposed to? But
I'm actually surprised that Gen X Brian is going to pick one up because, I thought for sure he'd go back into like the Ewok. That would take money out of the Ewok budget, wouldn't it? Right.
That's right.
Right. So, but no, that's a great figure, man. Definitely
is a pass. Okay.
It's kind of it's cool because it has that. I always liked knights too growing up, and so it has kind of that knight helmet, and then it almost kind of that Mandalorian helmet too. So
yeah, it's a great. There's like stormtrooper vibes in it. There's King Arthur vibes, like you name it, it's all in there. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's a good one. All right, what else you got, Stone? Yeah.
The next one I have here, Gideon and his like Imperial Mandalorian armor looks sick as fuck on. It's a good looking figure.
Yeah.
Here, let me pull up a that's the let me pull up a better one. Pull up the actual figure. I should have saved these better in my. I'm still learning. Everybody, y'all bear with me. I'm a fucking country boy learning how to be a city boy.
You're doing
Timbo,
a great job.
remember when Stone
Thank
used
you,
to have
dude.
his phone and he'd like put the picture up on the phone like that? Country. That was
Hyper, don't roast me right now, bro. Oh goodness.
I love
Well,
it.
yeah, go, what do you guys think of that? It looks really good, man. It looks really good.
Yeah,
Thing is awesome. Yeah.
I think it
I
looks
was-
good.
I was thinking I was going to pass on it, but the more that I look at it, dude, I feel like I'm a hypocrite. I feel like if I put it on like a lower part of the shelf, because supposedly like when you have the helmet on, the face kind of shows, and it kind of takes away from the the vibe. But if you just put him on a certain part of your shelf and just kind of tilts his head down, that's a pretty badass looking figure, man.
It's
Yeah.
awesome looking. Yeah, I'm all about it. I would definitely pick one up.
That glossiness, you know.
Yeah. And Gen X Brian agrees. Check mark, green check mark from Brian. So, wow, you know,
Okay.
look at that he's all in
Yeah.
on the Mandalorian.
And that's because you got that fucking crazy ass pile of loot, my guy.
I know,
That was
right?
awesome, dude. That was power to you, bro. Power to you, man. That
Two
was
dark
awesome.
side rays in that. Were there two dark side rays in that?
I think
In that
it was
pile of
two,
loot?
just the one. I can't remember.
Oh, maybe it was one with the extra lightsaber or something like that. But
Jacob's pass on Gideon. Fair enough, bro. I was thinking, Jacob, I think I might be changing my mind, bro. Got to put the chin. Yeah, exact. See, yeah, Artisan Customs knows what's up. Yeah, you just got to tilt his head down.
right.
Bobcat, what's up, buddy? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, man.
Now I'm going to say I will say I think the cape looks a little whack. Anybody with me on this? Does that cape look a little whack?
Yeah, the way it's hanging, it doesn't look like it's like right up against his body. It almost looks like it's like arched back like a plastic cape, type.
It looks like one of those Spin Master 4-inch Batman figures.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Like, it kind of has that look to it, but I mean the rest of the figure is awesome, but you could do something with that. We could fix that a little bit,
It does look a little weird how it's kind of poofing off the shoulders, and supposedly where the backpack is plugged in onto the back, it's like it's not removable, like it's glued in, and it's supposedly like kind of basically holds the cape down, I reckon, and I think that's what poofs it up on this. But you could probably, like you said, probably just mess with it a little bit. I'm gonna pull up another picture.
Maybe shape it. Yeah, it does look kind of funny in that picture. Like probably, like it's poofed out in the back or something.
Yeah. It looks a little wonky. But look at the. I wish I could zoom in on these pictures. I'll learn that one day soon. But look at the likeness is pretty good too, man.
That really does look good.
Yeah.
That's a good one. So so in the same way, we're going to get the Praetorian Guard and Gideon. So that's kind of nice. That's like a one-stop shop. Get it done, right? Like, you don't have to wait 2 more years for it or anything.
Yeah.
That's gonna be sick, Bobcat. Hell yeah.
I was just thinking, my customizing, thinking here, in my food court, I should have, the chicken store from, the show that he was in. I can't think of it right now.
From Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Oh, you gotta do that,
and have him working it.
right? Exactly. You can call it like Giancarlo's chicken or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That would be epic, man.
Oh man,
low something chickens, but chicken, yeah.
Yeah, it almost to me like that black armor like that. If you were to take that red cape away as for a customizer thing, like there's a police guard looking type of thing there. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
yeah.
You could do something cool with that, like make it turn into a space cop or something like that.
Yeah, I like the black armored stuff like that. It's really cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Got some really good sculpting on it, man. Really good sculpting. I would have liked to see more color in the translucent part of the accessory on the end of his staff. And if you look on the right hand too, they kind of pulled a TVC where they have like, where in TVC they have the ignited and the unignited,
right?
Like 2 separate skulls. They kind of did that with the staff because he kind of slings it out and it extends. So it's cool that he's got it in the compact form and the extended form. So that's pretty That's a pretty cool touch, man. Yeah.
Now is this one $33.99 or $44.99?
Lord, it's that, and it's not even a deluxe, which it would be insane if it was, obviously. But yeah,
Right,
just $24.99.
Right.
I
Yeah.
know you were just talking shit.
Right.
Yes, sir. Love it, dude. This is a pretty good looking figure right here, too, man. And I'm probably gonna pick it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Dude. I mean, you get a Cassian, and it's a potential troop, or not a potential. It is a troop builder. You know.
Yeah.
It looks so good, dude. It looks so rad.
I love this design. I just want to know, where was it in A New Hope? Like, obviously this is some special unit in some different part of the galaxy or something, right? But this is around A New Hope time frame, so like obviously some TIE pilots look different than the ones we saw in A New Hope, you know. So
yeah,
interesting to see.
It's good. It kind of reminds you almost like something leading into like the First Order, like it would be after, you know, Return of the Jedi, like, you know.
That's an interesting perspective, dude. Yeah. And if you look at the chest plate too, it's almost got like, it almost looks like a Death Star command or Death Star. What's that one figure?
The Death Star gunner.
Doesn't that look like a Death Star gunner trooper, like kind of chest plate, you know?
Oh, and the bottom legs too. So like I think they're getting a 2-for-1 out of that mold, right? They're probably gonna reuse that for that Death Star gunner. Because you're right. That armor and then the lower leg, you know,
good eyes, Stoned.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, man. What did I just say? Oh, I said I'm sorry. Yeah, I pointed out thank you, man. I forgot that quick what the fuck I was even talking about. Yeah, it was something different. It's like, it's so cool because it's familiar, because it's like it's a TIE pilot and it's got the storm trooper look, but it's also somewhat like of a newer, or I guess at this point in time, an earlier take of a TIE pilot, you know, and just the way that I'm a sucker for extra deco, guys. I love how the hoses come from the back to the front, like the AT-AT driver with all the extra bits on his chest plate, and I just love figures with extra deco and sculpting. It looks so good. Yeah. I'm really impressed with it.
I do like the red on the shoulders; just really makes it, you know, pop.
Yeah, dude, perfect word. Pop is just a little splash of color, and then the little bits of blue there on the chest. It looks really good, man.
It looks awesome. I hope that the helmet isn't smushy, you know. I've been bitten by smushy helmet syndrome lately with some of my removable helmets, and you know, like it just looks so good like that. I hope that they used the right plastic, and that, you know, that it's appropriately shaped, and it's not going to warp and all that stuff, you know. So.
Dude, it's funny you mentioned that, Hyper. It's weird because the proportions on that, for that to be a removable helmet, the proportions on that look really good. Why the hell? And I'm being super picky, but the Phase 2 and the Phase 1 look kind of big. They're just like, they're not theatrically accurate. It's a head under the helmet, but like, it is kind of, I guess maybe because Cassian's got a smaller head, perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the proportions of that helmet just look good. Like, it almost looks like an alt head to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Timbo, are you a fan of the Andor figures in general, like the ones that we've gotten before? Do you collect the Andor figures?
I don't. I mean, I do have some that I've used for customs. I do think they're cool. I just, you know, haven't really wanted to buy them to display them. So
yeah. Bobcat said so. Oh, go ahead, Hyper. Go ahead, buddy.
This is the first figure from Andor that I actually would consider buying, because it's not boring looking to me.
This would be my first Andor figure, actually.
Would it? Yeah.
Yep, sure would be. I almost bought Mon Mothma just because the sculpting and the likeness is good, and it was like $11.
I know.
Mon Mothma? Oh, Lord. Like, it is a good looking figure. It's just like, damn, it's a chick in clothes, you know, and it just gets kind of
with no accessories too.
With no, not a cup. You do, Timbo. You're spitting, bro. No, nothing with it, man. Nothing at all. That was definitely a very strange. I feel like they could have thrown a cup or something in. You know,
yeah. It's like the Morgan Elsbeth too figure. You know, it came with absolutely nothing.
Dude,
I know, right?
That would have been prime time to have to have all hands in the Black Series. Give us these. A pair of hands that look like that. It would have changed that figure, and I would own it. I still don't own that figure.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
I've seen people take the Marvel Legends Scarlet Witch hands or the accessories, it's like a purple swirl, and
Yeah, right.
it looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty good, but you shouldn't have to do that. It would have been cool if they could have. And hey, you guys, Hyper and Timbo, y'all probably love this. Comrade Bobcat says he's thinking about using the Andor for a custom Death Star gunner with the red. That would be interesting.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
There you
awesome.
go. There you go.
And then Commander Cook said something about. He said, "Man, those legs will make for some good cut. They're very basic, 100%, man. They are. It's just a black legs, 100%. Yeah, very, very basic.
Yeah, I've got a couple custom. Are you familiar with the spacer characters? You know, like the the Star Wars spacer. I think they maybe were seen in the cantina. I've got a couple of like spacer heads that I'm working on painting. That I'll going to use for some customs, but the spacer head would actually look really cool, on this too as well. So
definitely.
Wait, can you show that one more time, Tim?
Yeah,
sorry, man.
So it's kind of hard to see, unfortunately, with just being all. I haven't done any dry brushing or anything like that to it, but
that's going to be a super cool custom. Wow,
that's gonna be rad, dude.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I'm using that on the. I think it's the Merrick body.
Oh yeah.
He's got like a blue flight suit on, and so I'm going to give him the spacer head. So
I always thought that the Merrick figure that would be perfect Boschek material. You know, Boschek, the character from they used to call him the rockabilly spacer or whatever. You know,
yeah. He had like a black outfit, didn't he? Wasn't it kind of black and white?
Bluish black, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, what else we got, Stone? What else we got?
Getting ready to pull up this. We got a couple more things, not a whole lot more, and then we can get into the tour, and then we can do some pickups, perhaps. If anybody, I don't have a whole lot. More. If anybody's got anything they want to show off, we can go do that. And I'm actually really excited for this. Some people don't collect this part of the line. 501st helmet, man, and it is to me. This blue, this like baby blue, light grayish blue. This is accurate Revenge of the Sith to me. People always think it's a darker blue like it is in Clone Wars, but in Revenge of the Sith, there's some very dark shots for just the cinematography. It's a very dark part of the movie when we start to see the 501st, so the darker shading can make the blue, the color, it changes the way colors are. But even on the 05 Battlefront game, it has this more baby color blue, lighter blue.
Do you collect helmets, Timbo, at all?
I have a Death Watch helmet.
So,
okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Cloner.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a pickup? I love it. That would be a helmet that I would buy for sure. Yeah. Do I have room for it? I don't know, but if I saw that, if I walked into a place and saw that, I'd probably walk out with it. That's
100%, dude.
It is cool. I love the Phase 2. I love the Phase 2 mask.
Oh, Timbo. The Phase 1 is cool because it's very with the more open visor. It's very reminiscent of the Mandalorian. But there's something about the Phase 2 that I love, man.
Yeah,
that's why I like
very stormtrooper-ish almost.
Yes, 100%, dude. That's why I like Rex's because it's literally the Phase 1 with the Phase 2 grill. That's why I love his helmet. It's like it's a hybridization,
And Galactic Artisan Customs. He says, "I'm scared of starting collecting helmets." You should be,
dude. If you just get the ones you want and don't like get caught up with getting the repaints and stuff, and just focus on the characters that you really like, they do take up some room, man. They do, but God, they are such incredible display pieces. What the fuck? I literally have 8. Let me shut the fuck up. Let me shut up. I'm just trying to empty your wallet.
Right.
Buy it.
You can sometimes find them you can find them like good deals on them too, after
100
been out for a while. And I'd really like to have a Biker Scout one because that was my favorite figure and character growing up as a kid with Star Wars. And so
all right, Stone, you got to go get it now.
Oh, dude, this is a pickup for me. This is 100% a pickup. 501st is arguably my favorite Legion. Because obviously when Revenge of the Sith came out, like the clones didn't have, goddamn, Doug, 16. I think you've told us that. That's a lot of helmets, dude. You got room, brother.
Wow, no, seriously, wow.
Sam, thanks for hanging out tonight, buddy. And
How do
Teal,
you display those, Doug? I'd be very curious to see that.
yeah, Doug, good question, Timbo. How do you display those? Doug, dude, when Doug sends in pictures of Monday Night Figure Ball, Doug has so much shit, dude. It's insane. Oh, you want it like out of the basement, a Max Rebo helmet? I'd buy it. Dude, I just want Max Rebo in 1/12 scale. That's all I want. Sauce Noodles.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And Droopy McCool, dude. I want the whole band. Yeah. Oh, eat that. I'm just kidding. Some people were like, nope, I don't want that. I don't want that specialized version shit.
Does anybody else think that Stone has more than 8 helmets? I feel like he's got 8 helmets on display.
No, I don't.
Then there's I got 8 helmets, he says. In the back seat of my car, right? from the store, right?
Shut up, Hyper. Leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone, bro.
I know. Listen, I am
cyberbullying.
Seriously, man, I love that helmet collection that you have. It's awesome. I'm jealous,
so much,
and
dude.
It's like they're dinosaurs. I can't have them, so I.
This is. I will say this one thing.
Right.
If you don't want to get, I'd say at least get one. Get your favorite one. If you're thinking about it, at least get the one like if you fuck with Boba Fett or Vader or like if you have like a favorite character, like I have Wrecker. If you want get one that you really really want. If you literally just want one.
Yeah, I want that biker scout, man.
Dude, Tim, you would love it, bro. You would love it.
Stone is known to wear that from time to time on this program, as a matter of fact.
Oh yeah, nice.
I might have to end it now. I might have to wear it later on. Doug said he's got a cabinet with 16 helmets.
Wow.
16 helmet size cubbies, 4x4.
Yeah.
I think a cabinet that big is called a shed, Doug. Who are you trying to kid? It's a shed.
I bet that looks awesome, man.
Right. That's awesome, man. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Hey, dude, Galactic Artisan is so kind. He's willing to give out his own shelf space. You can literally buy your figures and send them to Galactic, and he will display them on his shelf.
That's a kindness. Kind. That is a kindness. Wow.
That's a good marketing, Galactic. I gotta give that to you, dude.
That's practically UNICEF level of
it is.
Yeah, that is.
Chris, that puppy, I'm gonna give you money.
Right, exactly. Wow. Nice.
Sam, as long as you don't have a big head like me, I can wear most of them. But the Stormtrooper and then Jaren's Mando helmet, I have a big head, bigger than most, but I can wear the Phase 2 Wrecker. Well, Wrecker's not black. I can wear the Mandalorian helmets and then the Phase 2 clone helmets. So if I can wear them, well, everybody, because I have a big head, dude.
Timbo, have you seen his awesome Wrecker helmet?
I have, yeah.
That thing is awesome. I love that.
That was a custom, right? So,
yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry, y'all. I was reading. My bad. I'm like half listening. I'm trying to make sure.
No problem.
I'm sorry.
I was just asking. Your Wrecker helmet was a custom somebody made for you. Was that right?
Dude, so honestly, a buddy in chat, he might still be watching. Curtis Miles. He is good, but he's my mom's husband. But he bought me that off Amazon, dude. So there's like a separate market. I forget what the company's called, but I need to do a review on it. When I do the review, I'll probably drop the link in there. But dude, it was just a helmet off Amazon from this third-party company, and bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, the casting for it the Black Series helmets for $130, as good as they look, they're nice. But man, this thing, it's got weight to it. When I put it on, I feel like it was made for me. It's kind of weird. It's got a really smooth, almost like felt inner liner. It's very comfortable to wear. Whereas the Black Series, some of them come with pads, or some of them it's just like a weird plastic band that a lot of people end up having to take out anyways. I have to take it out every time. But here, I'll grab it real quick so I'll show y'all.
Yeah, awesome. That thing is so cool. I think that's one of my favorite things he has in that ever-growing collection of his.
Honestly, guys, it is probably my favorite helmet, to be honest.
That thing is awesome.
I was going to try to make myself big real quick so y'all can really see it. Oh, sorry. What's up, Tim?
Hey, Timbo.
Everybody say hey to Timbo.
Hey, good looking. What's cooking? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sorry, y'all. Cody is trying to figure out what the fuck he is doing. What is going on right now?
Here we go.
I got it.
Okay. Timbo's. There you go. There it is. There it is.
Yo, hey, I told y'all your boy's a caveman, man. But it looks really good,
Yeah, man. That thing is, dude. I love that thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to see. It's literally just like a felt inner liner, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, the paint work on that, it looks amazing.
It's got like a really man. It's got like a really cool brushed appearance on it. Very nice. Kind of weathered. And it fits my dude. I'm telling, I have a really ever since I was a kid, I always had to get bigger baseball helmets and shit. This one fits me good. So like if anybody wanted to buy this and you're worried about it fitting you, it will fit you. It looks it feels so good, dude. Like it feels like it was made for me. I'm not even shitting you.
Yeah, that is so cool, man.
It is so rad, man. Thank you for. I forget it. I always forget about my helmet. So thanks for asking about it, guys. It's kind of nice to enjoy it again.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Yeah. So getting back to the 501st. Yeah, that's. I would imagine. I don't know. I don't see that one going on clearance. I think everybody who would consider a helmet would want that one, right? Like I think that's the one. It's kind of like your basic Vader or Boba Fett helmet. Like it's highly desirable, collectible, iconic. Like that is a good one to have for sure.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Put me down for 6.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I have 3 more things that I want to talk about, and then we can move on to the Timbo tour, and we can do some treat your shelf.
All right.
And I'm excited for these. These are all repacks, but they're repacks that are necessary. All of these figures have started to go up on the aftermarket. And we got Kit Fisto, Revenge of the Sith packaging, baby.
That packaging is genius.
Yes. It is, dude. It looks so good.
That's amazing.
So good.
So, all right, I'm gonna be the dissenting opinion here. I never cared for that packaging when in the 4-inch line came out. I didn't like it. It was just weird looking, that big bubble and everything. But I understand why people like it, because if you grew up with that would be the one. I'm more of a classic packaging kind of guy. But the figure is an all-timer. The Kit Fisto is an all-timer. So whether it comes in the red and black box or that box, you got to get yourself a Kit Fisto if you don't have one already.
Did the original one come with a robe?
No,
it did not. It should have.
Okay,
right.
Because I noticed it didn't have a robe, and I was just curious because I don't have this one yet, and
yeah,
cool one to have. But I wondered if he came with a robe.
So don't let that dissuade you from getting this one, because this is fun figure, man. It's a fun figure. Yeah.
Now, in Attack of the Clones, Kit Fisto did not have his robe, or he unrobes in the arena, or I don't think he was wearing one at all. I can't remember.
Right.
But
no,
did he unrobe? I know he was fighting without a robe, was he wearing a robe before?
It seems like he came in and took his robe off, but I remembered it wrong.
Was there? Oh, well, there was a scene in in Palpatine's chamber where the council came in the beginning of the movie talking about the attack on Padme, and he was in it there, I believe.
But even in Revenge of the Sith, we don't even see him without his robes, and even in the graphic art, you can see he's wearing his robe. So they could have thrown a robe on him. They really
totally
could have.
Every Jedi character should come with a robe, whether even if you see it or not, right? Like just come on,
just
right?
Give us a robe. Come on.
Right.
So I do think the packaging, the neat thing about it is you have so much like visually that you can see, like it's that, bubble. Just I don't know. It's cool.
That's why, Timbo, I totally agree, man. I like when you can see the figure. That's why sometimes these packagings, like, I don't know. I'm not going to say it's some conspiracy to, it's not some conspiracy to hide QC issues, but like, I like when you can really see the figure, and like,
sure. Yeah.
And then for inbox collectors, they want to be able to look at the figure and just keep it in the, it just, I don't know, man. It is a weird. Go ahead, Timbo. I'm sorry, man.
No, I was just saying that, if you're wanting to display it in the package, like I think it's a good choice, just because you could see it so well.
Yeah.
And Artisan Customs, the blade does look super apple green. It looks beautiful, very like vibrant. Like just it looks really good. It's like catching the light.
Yeah. No, if I were gonna get anybody in this packaging, I would probably limit the releases to. I'd probably get this one and probably Cody in this packaging because for the collectability of it.
Classic.
But yeah, I mean, I get it. If you're from that generation of the kid who grew up with that packaging, then absolutely, I get it. But I have one already in a red and black box, so I'm not in a hurry to get it. But if I see it, I'd probably spring for it.
See, all these figures that I'm pulling up, and the next two that I pull up, are all going for over $40 to $50. So it's like it's a good way to get these figures back out into the line. And honestly, just getting it on card, it's just nostalgic. And this is the 20th anniversary this year of Revenge of the Sith, which is just fucking wild, man.
Yeah.
It's speaking of figures going up in value, I still haven't found my man Basil yet for under $50. Like that figure is so expensive right now. And I know everywhere I look, I can't seem to find it.
The little guy?
Yeah, the little Basil guy.
Okay,
Basil.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
Pre-order. Damn.
Yeah. So I can't seem to find them for a decent price, but yeah, you're right, Stone. Like some figures, they've barely even hit the market and they're already like skyrocketing in value.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
I thought you were just getting Cody and
right. Okay. You know what? That's like a new Velociraptor, Stone. When you see one, you're like, I don't need any more Velociraptor. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, Dooku in this package. All right. That's
dude, and this is another one, man. Dooku's going up there. You can't really find him for under $45-$50, and this is a phenomenal figure, man. It's so good.
Yeah. Oh, and you got the wavy lightsaber effect on the left too.
Yeah.
Comes with the swoosh.
That's really cool.
Something that's cool too is Nate on Out of the Basement said this on one of their Sunday streams. This is like, for my generation, this is kind of like this is like our Kenner card. So this is just super nostalgic for me seeing this, But that bubble is annoying. Like when you're trying to store and display sometimes, but I love it, man. That's just what I remember.
Oh yeah, no, I can see that one. The Dooku looks really cool like that.
Yeah, it does, man.
Yeah.
And we need to get him back out into the line for newer collectors as well. I have two of them. I have one of them in the box and then one on the shelf. It's a phenomenal figure.
Do you have that figure, Timbo?
I don't. No. Yeah, I do not. Right. So
Timbo, it's a really great figure. The articulation, the likeness. I think you would have a lot of fun with it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like his lightsaber, like the handle, the design of it, that curve. It's just that's really cool.
One of the coolest, man.
And he was I didn't really when I first saw him in was it
Attack of the Clones?
Or was it okay? It was Attack of the Clones. I didn't really like the character. I was kind of disappointed. Like my thought and opinion, so it's just my thought and opinion, so don't get mad. I was really kind of hoping that they would have kept Darth Maul as the main villain, like through the whole series, kind of like they did with Darth Vader. And so when he got chopped in half, it's kind of like but thankful for the Clone Wars animated series, because that's what really helped me appreciate Dooku a lot more.
So that was our first anti-Count Dooku rant in 13 episodes, Stone. I think we should mute his mic for 30 seconds.
You know what? You know what? You're gonna talk disrespect about the Sir Christopher Lee. I'm gone.
Right.
Yeah, be careful. Talking about Sauron.
Oh man, seriously, right? Yeah, I know, Lord Sauron, right? But
and these are Walmart exclusives. I forgot about that. Thanks for saying that, Bobcat.
Damn it.
But hey, other than fives, I feel like the last couple Walmart exclusive have been okay to get.
Right.
But except for fives, I could not find fives anywhere, dude. Anywhere.
I just remember I wanted my Jedi Luke Walmart exclusive so bad. Well, that was the Walmart one, wasn't it? The Jedi Luke. And oh god,
yes.
I feel like I just finally tracked that figure down like a short while ago, and that was years old. But that was such a pain in the ass to track that thing down. But Yeah.
Brian says Basil's in stock on Amazon. Hyper.
Is that
If you really want
so,
that
GXP? All right. I'm heading over there in a minute. So yeah. Okay.
Jacob says he's picking this up. Hell yeah, bro.
Jar Jar would kick Dooku's ass.
Cody's still available for pre-order. We got Brian always. He's like our moderator, dude. Like a free moderator, literally.
I know, seriously, right? Yeah. Yeah.
It's so cool, man.
He's only here for the free beer. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up this last one, and then we can move on to the next couple segments of the show. Thank you for everybody for hanging out with us tonight. We really do appreciate it. Having a good time. Timbo, I want to thank you too, man. Thank you for spending your night with us, man.
Yeah. Timbo has brought the fire. I mean, look at the chat is lively tonight. We had all kinds of new people here and everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've heard a lot about Macari Artisan Customs. Might have to check that out, man.
Yeah.
And hell yeah, Doug, right on. Yeah, last up we got R2D2, and this is one dude. He's like $55 on the after, like just trying to get him off Amazon or eBay. Like this is a $25 figure, so getting him back out into the line, and we get jet flame accessories, which is fucking sick as hell.
Awesome.
So I'm in for, honestly, dude. I'm probably going to pick up 3 or 4 of these because I want one on card and kind of drip out two between some different areas of my shelf, and then I want to have one where I can display the jet fumes. I feel like I'm getting 3 or 4, which is kind of crazy to say, but R2 is just such a good figure, and that new Astromech mold is just it's just a damn good deal. It's so good for $24.99. You just can't beat it, man.
Yeah.
Timbo, your thoughts?
Timbo, your thoughts?
I love the R2.
Yes, you are, Brian.
I actually don't have R2, so it's just kind of one I thought, hey, I'll pick that up sometime, and then, like you said, on the secondary market, they're pretty expensive, and so it's nice to have another one out to grab. So I will say though that I did largely in part to you guys. I did order the SH Figure Arts C3PO and R2.
Oh, dude,
my man.
My man.
I'm excited about that. I think the only thing that I guess I didn't realize this is there's maybe 2 versions of C3PO, and the one I got is not quite as shiny as yours.
Oh, right. Because there was a re-release, was it, or something like that? Or
yeah. So I don't know. I'm kind of bummed about that. But, I don't know. I might just have to get another one. So
there you go. Yeah, I gotta get another one. Mine, it just says classic. This is the New Hope version. Which in the New Hope, he was dirty. But I think I think I might have the re-release, if I'm not mistaken.
Have you messed with that figure yet, Stone?
I have not messed with. I haven't reviewed him just yet. You know, I'm weird about taking him out the box before. I like to do it during the review.
Right. Fresh take right there. Yeah.
That's just I'm a little. I know it's kind of extra or bougie, but that's just the way I've always been. I like to kind of wait till I kind of when you watch my reviews, it is like 9 times out of 10 my first impression of the figure, and I just like, I don't know, it's just been my thing, but it is a phenomenal figure, dude. I'm glad to hear that you got it, man, and I hope you enjoy it as much as, dude, honestly, just looking at it, I'm getting enjoyment just knowing I have it,
Yeah, I think the C3PO, I don't think it's as like, that vacuum, that vacuum metallic or whatever, but it is shiny, and so it'll be interesting just to see what it looks like, and maybe I'll really like it. I don't know, but I know it's not the one that I think you have that's super shiny.
Did anybody just hear that what Stones just said? I think we have the birth of a new segment, the Bouge Mandalorian. Is that
Bougie Mandalorian?
The Bougie Mando, right? Yeah,
Bougie
absolutely.
Mando. I just talk. That would be a funny little segment to do every once in a while. People are like, "What the
Mando?"
fuck?
Right? Like, right.
Sam. So funny. I believe March 13th is when the Revenge of the Sith figures go up around like 10 a.m. Eastern time or 1 p.m. 10 or 1 p.m. Eastern time, and then the helmet goes up for pre-order on the 15th, I think. And it is the 501st helmet is a GameStop exclusive, by the way, which fucking pisses me and Brian off because me and Brian hate GameStop. I'm gonna rage out.
The 13th is my birthday, by the way, so I'll be pre-ordering those on my birthday. So
I my funny GameStop story was I was was in a GameStop. They had a bunch of like they had cards out that had like a picture of like figures that you could pre-order. And I don't know if you've ever seen that or not, but I
No.
tried to get the Hammerhead. I grabbed the card to go order the Hammerhead, and they're like, "Oh, you that doesn't work." And then they told me just to come in next Tuesday because that's when they'd have the figure in. So, sure enough, I went in next Tuesday. It wasn't there. They said, "We'll try next Tuesday." So I went back the next Tuesday. It wasn't there, and
What the
I
hell?
finally just decided, you know what? I'm just going to order it off a Big Bad Toy Store. So that's what I did.
Dude,
Wait,
Big Bad is the shit.
GameStop dropped a "See you next Tuesday" on you. That's
Yeah.
what they did, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That's crazy, man.
Jamie, pull that up. Fuck GameStop. Brian's
Mine
gotta
went out of
back me
business.
up.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with y'all in chat. Still saving up for the dude, Jacob. You're gonna fucking love it, bro. You and Hyperdrive taught me into it.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
It's so good,
Do it.
man.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Now, I just wanted to weigh on on this R2D2 for a second. So,
yeah, dude, please.
yeah, I have a feeling I already have one, so I'm not going to buy this one. But I bet you of the three that we've seen so far, we saw Dooku, Kit Fisto, and R2. I bet this one is the one that skyrockets in value. R2's always do in the Black Series. And I got a feeling there's just something about this figure on this package.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to go through the roof. I think it's going to sell out faster than the other ones combined, personally. So if you want it, you better not walk past it,
I think you got a point. I always set up a timer on my phone. I'll just set it at work, and then when I hear it go off, it cuts off my music, and I'm like, "Oh, time to hit a pre-order." I get so excited, man.
Oh man, that's
It's a good idea.
Would you
But
say,
no,
Timbo? I'm sorry.
You know what? It's not a timer. It's not like a ding. It's like the Jurassic Park theme song comes on for a second.
You know what? I'm tired of you roasting me on here constantly, Hyper. Okay, I am damn near cooked. Like you're broiling me, bro. This is bullshit. At least Timbo's being nice to me. Damn it. Damn it.
No, look, let's just start roasting Timbo now, right? Let's just start roasting Timbo, right?
Timbo, you know what? You make really good stuff. I love it.
Right, yeah. Right.
But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it. That was from the fan stream. I thought it was, and the team sometimes the comments in the Hasbro streams go a little crazy. People are really hateful, but I thought the team that the people that did a really good job, like presenting all the figures. And actually, Brandon from Hero Collections actually joined in one of my streams with that I had with Blitz Transmission. So he actually works for Hasbro. He was a part of the release on the fan streams and was doing some reveals for Hasbro. So that was pretty cool to see him stop by. But I thought it was a good stream. I thought these were all like really sick releases, and super stoked for all of these. And it seems like Timbo and Hyper are too, man.
Speaking of that figure, that R2 figure, if you haven't seen Timbo, some of his shorts, he does a really nice. He's got an R5D4, which is the same figure that he dyed red, and it came out great. And so if you haven't seen that figure, Tim, is that in arm's reach of you, Timbo, by any chance? That figure?
Yeah. I grabbed that real quick.
It's so cool.
R5.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I dyed one red as well, and then you and I were kind of talking about it a little bit, and we kind of put our heads together, and yeah, that looks super cool. I love
That's cool, man.
That
That's really rad.
Cool, man.
I did go back and kind of touch it up with kind of some silver dry brushing and
yeah.
That
looks awesome, man. That looks great.
If I'm not mistaken, so the legs dyed super red.
Yes.
The body a little bit less so, right?
Yeah.
And then
you can kind of see that here with the body.
Yeah.
If
you ever,
I love the droids. Love the droids.
Oh yeah. If you ever go back and dye the lighter red, if you let it dry fully and cure, if you go back in a week or two and do another dye in the red, it will go darker. And if you keep doing that, it'll get down to the same color as the legs. Yeah. So
okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I didn't know that. So you're the Rit dye master, man.
That's
so
what I learned. That's what I learned that the hard way. But three R5D4s later,
Yeah.
Hyper, do you want to give Galactic Arson Customs, by the way, when you go check out Hyper stuff, he does have some tutorials on there that are very entertaining and fun. But I prefer, Artisan Customs is very familiar, obviously, hence the name. He's very familiar with customizing. But
sure.
how would you give a rundown of like your Rit dyeing process? That Timbo took to it fast too, man.
So yeah, Timbo. You know what? I remember you and I were having conversations because you were not having luck with it at first, and I said, "Are you using the synthetic Rit dye?"
Yeah,
so tell them about the two differences or the differences.
The normal dyes that don't say synthetic, they will not work. So on the plastic, so you have to have the synthetic. And yeah, I kept that thing in there for like 20, 30 minutes, and it never changed color. And so
yeah. So it has to say synthetic Rit, and Rit is the brand, RIT, Rit dye. And you can find it at my grocery store carries it, but you can buy it at, Michael's and stuff like that.
Walmart and Meijer have it too.
Yeah. And so really what you do is you just follow the instructions, and you can, there's like red, blue, yellow, green, brown, whatever. But you can also custom mix them. So you can almost like custom mixing a paint. And so, like I do a lot of skin tone things, and on my channel, there's a lot of different videos on tutorials on how to Rit dye things. But I think Timbo would agree. It's really not, it's less about the color of the dye and more about the time immersed in the dye. Would you agree, Timbo?
Yeah. This is another pretty recent Rit dye. It's the Rose Tico figure.
Yep. That looks good.
Looks awesome.
I used blue, and it turned her. Her face is kind of blue. It's almost like a purple. If you can, see that, I don't know, but the interesting thing is this waist area. You can't. I made a kind of a maintenance, skirt for her, but this waist area, it didn't dye. It didn't change color at all. So it's that lighter green color. You can actually see it on her elbows right there.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay,
but and so I just made her like an apron type of thing that allows her to put some tools in to hide that. But underneath that, she's it's that part, for whatever reason, that plastic, it didn't take to the dye at all.
Yeah,
you find out things like that when you do it.
She almost looks like a Pantoran. That's really fucking cool, man.
It's really cool. Yeah, I love what you did with that. But the Rit dyes are fun because, and just for the elbows and the knees. So if they don't take to the dye, what you can do is I separate the figures into their different components as much as you can, break them down as much as you can. And then whenever there's a joint, just sort of keep the joint dipped in it and move the joint around a little bit so that it gets the dye pretty well in there. And you should have success like that. But different plastics take to the dye differently or not at all. So you have to there's a lot of trial and error with it, but once you figure it out, it's a pretty cool technique, I think. And it takes to paint, like you can paint over it if you wanted to, or seal it. I always take a clear coat and seal over it, and it looks really, it just lays down beautifully. There's no more brush strokes on skin, or and even if even if you had like one of those yellow Zabraks from the gaming greats. Remember those peg warmers, yellow Zabraks?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can Rit dye that, and then the tattoo pattern comes through, so it looks like a different, like blue tattooed skin now or something. It's really cool, man. So
that's cool.
There's a lot of cool things you can do with it, So
I was going to show one thing here because I'm nowhere near on the level that both of these guys are, but this is the first like legit custom that I've ever done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And this was a Street Hawk Mandalorian that I was going for like a dark blood red, but I kind of mixed it darker and ended up coming out to this like almost Durasteel Mandalorian brownish red.
Awesome, man.
Thank you so
much. I really
much.
like that color, man.
That looks really good.
Yeah. Great job.
Thank y'all so much, man.
Stone, get the one that I sent to you, and we'll put them so they can see like the range of
wait, which one? The
Mandalorian, the Death Watch, Death Watch one, yeah. Because I
Gotcha.
writ dyed down. Yeah, take yours and put that one together so that they can see what's going on with it, you know?
Here's so I was the maybe I think your first ever like winner when you guys had some
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Timbo's got
Right.
one too.
so I've
That's
got
right.
Hyper made this. I won it.
Wait, let me make you big. I'm gonna make you big. Wait,
Yes.
wait.
Artisan, this is what you can do with the writ die, and it comes out
Yeah.
with. So
This is the Mandalorian that I won being on the show that first night.
Damn, he's
from-
sexy though.
From Hyper, yeah, he's really cool. The helmets, the colors, I really like that. Just the way that came out with kind of that dark gray, purple, and then the blue. And
Thank you,
just
Cook.
Right. Came out
Thank
really
you.
nice.
So that was like
great, dude.
what do you call that? The Death Watch Watch Commando, and so that had those light blues and different things, and then you can make it darker black, brown, and yeah, and then Stoned, show the one that you did and the one that I did so you can see the variations. Like,
yeah. So okay, real quick, I want to show y'all. This is a stock Hasbro. This is what y'all's right or left. I don't know which fucking way. This is a stock Hasbro here that I'm holding up now. Yeah. And then here is Hyper's with a yellow writ die effect. So you can see how it's almost kind of muted the blues a lot,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can see the differences there.
Great.
Really do some cool stuff with the writ dies. Yeah. Where's yours Stoned again? I want to see that one too.
Yeah, so pull this one up real quick. And I like this one just because, I just like the skirt on it, like that long, duster cowboy looking skirt, man.
Really cool, man. Yeah.
Like, dude, these look like some bad motherfuckers, bro. These two here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, you don't tango with these guys. They might show up at the South Shore Mall, bro.
Hey, we need them, man. We got a crime wave happening there,
right?
So we need them.
Oh, dude, we got to send reinforcement, man.
So Stone, tell me again, what'd you do with that figure you did again?
So with this one here, dude, I ended up popping it all apart, and I wanted to try. Honestly, this figure here is because of you two. If I'm being quite real with y'all, because I hit y'all both up, and y'all's feedback was really great about it. But I really just popped it all apart. I gave it a dark wash from head to toe.
Mm-hmm.
I mixed up like a reddish and some brown, and then I kind of cut. I'm gonna grab the stock Shriek Hawk.
Yeah, man, it looks good. Yeah. I think the writ die sometimes works best when you use it almost as an effect.
It almost gives like a hue, like it just,
Right, yeah.
So here is the stock.
Are you kidding me? Look at the difference. Wow.
Thank you.
That came out great, man. Yeah.
And even the wash on on the skirt makes such a difference. Look how much darker it is. I probably could have went a little darker, but
great.
I went a little heavy on the weathering, I think, but the silver dry brushing. But I just maybe this guy's just really been through the fucking ringer,
Yeah,
right.
He's seen some stuff.
He's seen some shit, yeah, bro. But thank y'all so much for y'all's kind words, man.
Yeah, and I really like how that turned out.
Thank you so much, dude.
And and
you and Hyper inspired it, man. Honestly,
the customizers who are in chat right now who are asking about it. So basically, you can do the same thing with hands, neck pegs, faces, face plates, all those things. Those always come out really good. And on my channel, and I know a couple of other people have tried it too. I know there's a writ die process to do skin, and you can have very, very Caucasian white skin tones all the way down to very, very jet black dark skin tones and everything in between. And it really has less to do with the color of the writ die that you're using and more about the time that you immerse it in the writ die.
Yeah.
So if you just take,
I was gonna say Hyper. I just saw I think it was Matt Bryant that had a video of some face plates that you sent him for the Hoth Trooper, and those all looked really good.
Yeah, man. I sent him a customized Hoth Trooper. I knew it was his favorite figure. And I thought he would enjoy it, and a lot of different variations.
Yeah. You could buy, 3 more of those figures and have, 4 different characters.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a fun way to get a lot of variation, and you can actually do it with the Endor troopers as well. the Endor Trooper, same idea. You can just mix it up a little bit. Yeah. So
you are not kidding around.
Right.
That's fun. Little dad fun. Thank you so much, Cook and Artisan Customs. Appreciate y'all. Curtis, Jesus, the hell. Jesus. So, what do y'all want to do? Recent pickups first, or Timbo? Do you want to get into the tour? What do you feel like? I don't know what your time limit is, buddy.
No, I'm whatever you guys want to do. So I'm at your disposal.
Hyper, what you think, man? What do you think? What direction should we take?
I want to see that tour of his.
I think it's
tour,
time for
man.
the Timbo tour.
I
think it is time for the Timbo tour.
See the tour, okay?
2025, right?
Just trying to type something up real quick.
I'm just trying to figure out that camera swap around here.
Oh, right.
Take your time, man. Take your time.
Christy says tour.
Tour.
That's right.
Let's go. Let's see the galaxy.
Okay, I guess maybe let's see here. Okay.
Take your time, Timbo. You're good, bro. So we are about to see some really cool shit. Get a lot more. I was kind of showing some stuff earlier on Instagram, but now we're getting like a firsthand. I've really been looking forward to this, dude. Oh, yo, here we go. Here we fucking go.
Okay, so just trying to see. I think things might be somewhat backwards here. Do you guys want me just to kind of? I thought I'd start with the comic shop and kind of go shop by shop, and if you want me to stop or zoom in, I could do that.
Bro, you do the floor is yours. You do whatever you want for the next few minutes.
However you want to do it, man.
It's totally you, bro.
I was just turning the lights off here. I might be able to see it just a little bit better. But so here is the comic shop here.
Yo, dude.
And we got the counter here. So some of this stuff is stuff that I made. Some of this stuff is stuff that I bought and modified, and
cool.
some of it's stuff that I just bought and did absolutely nothing with. Like the cash register here was something I found at an antique store.
Right on. I remember when you posted about that.
Yep. And so let me just kind of change my camera holder here. I've got my wall of comics here. The classic poster here on the wall of a comic poster there, as well as some wall books. Couple spinner racks back here. Let me just kind of change my my angle of my camera holder here so I can get in here a little bit better. I designed and 3D printed these comic spinner racks. Just got to have that if you got a comic store. And I need to turn the lights on. So some of this I have powered with lights that are always on. They're plug-in lights, and then I've got some battery-powered lights too as well that are hanging in the window, the control panel, things like that. Over here,
the little Funko Pops. Oh my god,
dude, it's so cool. It's brilliant.
Action figure rack there, which is a got that actually at Five Below. Sorry if I'm a little fuzzy here with things.
Timbo, you're good. You're good, bro.
So got the pops up here, and then there's a seller on Etsy that makes all these like boxes of vintage play sets, spaceships, things like that. And just they're awesome. I probably could make them if I got some stuff, the images, and could make a box, but it's just a lot easier to buy them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff. So,
dude, that is so fucking cool, man. I love that so fucking much.
Is that a little Godzilla right there? You got a little.
That is, yeah. That is a little.
Where's
Godzilla
our boy
right
Connor
there.
at? Where's Connor at? Connor.
Did you 3D print that?
No, it came with there was an action figure that I had bought. I don't remember which one it was, but that was like one of the goodies that was included with it. So
nice,
really
dude.
cool.
That's fantastic. I love it.
And I do have the Marvel trading cards here, so I did make those.
Cool, man.
you got to have, some trading cards. The Jawas really like the trading cards. They like trading.
Oh yeah.
But that's comic shop, and then of course that might be backwards for you guys. I don't know, but it's called
No, it
Jackson's
looks good.
Issues.
Yep.
Okay.
So Tim,
yeah.
I was going to say some of my favorite parts, being a diorama builder myself, is the way I love all the things you have in it, but the actual construction of it, the textures on the wall, and then the way that you have the steps leading up and out of it is my favorite part, because it leads you. There's so much detail. There's detail behind the detail, and that's always a really cool thing to see. Like that door, the steps, the texturing on the walls. Yeah.
Yeah. I was able to take this poster here. If you could see that, that's actually a card sleeve, and I have it Velcroed to the wall, so I could take it off and I could put another card in there.
I love it.
Wow.
Have a different poster. Just it's interchangeable, if you will.
Yep.
Chris G, what's up, man? Thanks for hanging out, buddy.
Got that galaxy worn look to it. It's just great, man.
Timbo, that is fucking fantastic, man. That is so cool.
And so, like I said, just stop me if this kind of an alleyway. Maybe it's one of the entrances to the mall. I don't know, just kind of a back alleyway. It's a great place for pictures. But just wanted to have a place that would kind of be where teenagers might hang out, at the mall. And so that's kind of what you're seeing right there with that.
Yep.
Dude, and then posters and graffiti is so cool. It's so much detail packed in, man. Like there's so much, you can look at it so many times and see something new and different.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to add more too. So I don't feel like I have enough, but
right.
It's awesome.
And then love this one. This is Doug and Donuts.
Sweet.
There it is. There it is.
This is the donut shop here. Just kind of backing up to get kind of that. I don't know if you can see the whole thing here.
Oh, bro, the lighting looks incredible. That's so cool.
Yeah. So I have inside here. So come inside. I've got a couple lights up top. And then I have this paper. I kind of stumbled upon it by accident at I think it was at Michael's. I was trying to buy some white paper for a backdrop for printing stuff, and here's the white paper again. And the paper is kind of almost like a plasticky feel to it, but it really reflects light well. So I have a couple of these bar lights outside of the donut shop that I use to kind of light that up, and it's all I can change it any color that I want. So blue, purple.
Oh shit.
So just have that ability to change colors inside. Here's the donuts.
The display case is awesome.
Yeah. I didn't make this. I did buy this. I did buy the donuts that are inside it. It's movable too, so gives me a chance to be able to get inside here. Now this coffee bar, that is a design of mine that I did print and put together. And the coffee stuff, I did not. I just kind of modified some of that, but that stuff I purchased. Found a donuts menu. It was actually kind of hard. I don't know if you could see in here. I've got a lot of donuts on the wall.
The menu, man. The menu that's rad, man.
Yeah.
And then the donuts in the thing. It took me a while to find the right size donuts for this, because the ones that are in here on the wall, I thought they're supposed to be like 1/12 scale donuts, and they're huge. And so I just glued those to the wall, and then I did find some that I thought were more in scale. That's what you see in the the donut crate here. So, but I pulled all my figures out too, so you could really see the building and all that. Trash can right here that is a toothpick holder from Dollar Tree that just painted up.
Oh yeah, it looks exactly like it. Look at that.
So yeah, just,
brilliant, brilliant, man.
And then back in here,
very Star Wars looking door. I fuck with that.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a door I designed, and yeah, some of these doors I've 3D printed. Some of them I've made from cardboard.
Yep.
Cool, man.
So, so that's the donut shop right there, and then over here.
Timbo, I'm sorry to interrupt you, man. Real
Yep.
quick, did you already say what kind of material are these walls that you got working here with? Is this like a plaster or like a plyboard? What is it?
So these buildings are all made out of the donut shop and the comic shop are 1 inch like foam. It's like a green,
Oh, yeah.
like foam, like an XPS foam.
Yeah.
And then the cantina, I used 1/2 inch foam. I'll get to that here in a second, but yeah. So these are 1 inch foam, and then 1/2 inch foam. So the nice thing, it's super lightweight, and you paint it up right, it looks pretty good. This one I even the back wall is like a blue, and the side walls are white. And then the floor inside's like a darker brown. Just compared to the comic shop, the floor is white, and it's just a different color shade of brown there. But that's the donut shop. Got the hanging baskets, too. Here is kind of
that's a nice touch.
Yeah. So
what makes you decide your color scheme when you're making your diorama? Do you kind of get your ideas from like what accessories you're going in, or like just what you have based off like prop wise and stuff? How do you go about deciding colors?
I kind of map it out. The comic shop, when I was doing that, I mean, more like kind of Tatooine-ish, was kind of my thinking there,
I love that one.
That color scheme. And then this one, it's a darker brown. I just thought I'd have a different color, different shade of color. And then the blue in the background I thought would look really cool with, the signage and, just the donut shop feel.
Yeah.
And just kind of make things, pop a little bit. And then the cantina, then getting over here to the cantina, I was going to do the brown, kind of the classic cantina, but then I decided, maybe I should try something a little bit different and, a different color. And so I went with a gray for the cantina. And I'm just turning on some extra lights that I have, for this too as well, that just give it a little bit more pop and like. But this is, the cantina. Hammer Time Cantina. We've got it is a light right above this bar. This bar area is mobile. So if I wanted to move this out to maybe get a better shot in one of the booths, I could do that. But I made the bar. I don't know if you can see it. It's lifted a little bit off the ground because I wanted the light to be able to shine underneath it.
Oh, nice.
I love that feature. Yeah.
Yeah. Just wanted to have a lot of light. And that's one of the reasons that the walls are gray, but the floor I did white because I just really wanted that color to reflect.
Yeah.
Just reflect. And then, going into the booths here, there's a guy on eBay that makes 3D prints, the chairs and the tables, and they do light up too as well. There's a switch on the bottom, for those, but I've got a couple, different areas here that, people can find a booth, and then, also spots around the bar, and then a little stage here too as well for the band. And so,
Nice.
Love it.
different musical acts. And I did buy, Gen X Brian tipped me off that Ollie's had the Figure and Dan figures. And so I was able to go and pick up, enough to have all 7 of, Figure and Dan and the modal nodes. And they do all, I did fit them all up on this stage. And
sweet, dude.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
So they graced, the Hammer Time Cantina, the band did.
Right on, dude. I was going to ask you if the Modal Nose had made an appearance there.
They have, yep. They were live. So, so that's the cantina, and just, had a lot of fun with the bar. This is kind of like that corrugated paper that you can buy that I, was able to wrap around it and then paint it and give it some weathering to kind of almost make it look like a, like corrugated metal.
Yeah, man.
I was going to say, Timbo, one of my favorite things that you do, and it's something that I do with my work as well is you're not uh dedicated to having it be an exact replica of the cantina in Mos Eisley. It's a Star Wars cantina, and I love that because you can take it in different directions. Sometimes a diorama works best when it's a little bit. I don't generic might not be the right word, but it's multifunctional, or it's not scene specific. I prefer what you do. Yeah.
Hi, Runner. What's up, Bubba? Thanks for hanging out, man.
Yeah, it's kind of a part of that world building too. Is just you're creating your own spaces, your own places, and so you get to design them. What you want to do and what you think it might look like. So that's just a lot of fun. But yeah, just like I said, I got the color options too as well. So that's a ton of fun, just to be able to switch colors up or have colors moving. So that's what I have right now. I guess the other thing I'll show you, and I'll turn the light on here just for this, but I do have, like I said, the underground caverns here of the mall.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, and so
sweet.
This is just a part of that. Now I'm going to build. The plan is to build more of these and kind of have them connected, and then I've got kind of a guy. So part of my lore is. This is takes place maybe a couple years. My setting is a couple years after the events of Return of the Jedi, and on my planet, there's Imperial forces there, but they have no clue, that the second Death Star has been blown up, and so the Imperials still kind of run things. However, like with Star Wars, whenever a Sith dies, new power rises up, and so there's kind of a new Sith Lord here that is lurking in these caverns, and has been able to harness the Force. Ignore Indiana Jones there; he's just checking things out. But so there is some things like that going on with Sith and Jedi. I've got another guy that's a part of my world that is a cloner, and he was able to successfully clone a Barriss Offee type Jedi, and it was a result of him, doing that caused the Sith to emerge on the world. Whenever you have the Force, the good, you also have the bad that has to emerge, and so when he created a clone Jedi, that made space for there to also be somebody to harness the power of the dark side of the Force, if that makes sense at all. So
yeah, totally. And that's the great thing about it is every time you add a layer or a different segment to this block of mall or street that you're making, the storyline grows, and you have to make new characters to sort of fit into it, and that's the fun part of it.
It looks great with the lights off, man.
Yeah, so it looks awesome.
Yeah. So that's what I have now, and like I said, I use a lot of these bar lights from Walmart, or I think pretty much any store you could buy them. You usually get them in a 2-pack, and that's what I have up here, like above the donut shop.
Nice,
kind of in the kitchen area. It's what I have on the sides here. Against this paper allows I can move these, and just very, and I can keep plugged in all the time too, so that's kind of nice.
Are those just skewers going through the foam holding the lights up, man?
What's that?
Is that just skewers going through the top of the donut shop that's holding the bar light up?
Yeah. It looks like skewers. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yes. Yeah, wood dowel rods. Yeah, wood dowel rods. I kind of wanted to.
Not skewer. Yeah.
I was kind of going for like some of the buildings. Sometimes you see they have like a front where they have the wood rods coming out.
Yeah, man. I like it.
So
hey, now Timbo, where is the 4-inch display?
That's actually I haven't moved all of that in here. That is in another room.
Okay. Oh no, you don't have to. No. I thought he was going to say like, oh, I threw that shit out months ago. Yeah. So, no. No. So no, you don't have to, please. No, I was just curious if it
Okay.
was in the same setup or something like
No,
that.
I don't have much of that in here right now.
Right.
You know, like I said, I just moved into this room, and so one of my areas for shooting some of my photography for
Yep.
some of the things that I make is actually just a kind of a ground board here on top of a filing cabinet. I use the filing cabinet for my comics.
Nice.
But
You see what he did there, Stone? He put the Phantom Menace poster up for you. You see that? He was
I know.
like,
Dude, hyper. You were reading my mind, brother. I was gonna say, I
But-
love it.
hey, I
Right.
bought that when it first came out, as well as this one over here. Man.
Oh, I love,
Which
dude.
is really cool.
Bro,
Oh,
I
yeah.
am a TPM slut, dude. I love TPM, bro.
Hold on. Can you pan over back to that
I,
porcelain doll on the shelf there? Right.
Oh, well, so like I said, I just moved into this room. So
Sure he did.
I did put a battle droid up here, but I think those
Ooh,
are my wife's precious moments.
Okay.
And,
There.
this
All
is
right.
I've got to move this shelf out of here. I've not done that yet. So
little Jesse from Toy Story right there, I see.
yeah.
Awesome.
Telling everybody it's his wife's shelf. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
okay,
know the deal,
sure.
right? Yeah.
My workstation. My niece got me this picture for sorry about the glare, for my birthday.
Oh,
And
Whoa, interesting. What the
what
hell?
is going on there? Hold on now.
I mean,
Oh.
he's handsome enough already, but damn.
I guess it's the funny story is there was a teacher at my niece's school that was a big fan of Star Wars and had different posters on the wall, and I think this was one that was up on the wall, and somebody stole it, so I ended up with it. So,
Damn. Yeah.
That's fantastic, dude.
Right.
That's
but-
fantastic.
That makes me feel weird.
yeah.
So,
So
Timbo,
anyways.
I think so. What you're basically saying is we're gonna have to invite you back on to get the 3 3/4 inch collection.
That's right. Right.
Yeah, I've got quite a bit of 3 3/4, and the world building I've done with that is pretty expensive too as well. So, but anyways, that's what the South Shore Mall, and kind of where I'm going with that. And like I said, I planning to add a shelf, above what you just saw. That will be another level, and then also work
Yeah.
down below it too as well.
Man, that's thank you for sharing that. That was awesome, man.
Dude, it was awesome. Dude, pictures, honestly, like seeing it like that really gives me a new respect for Dio and world building in general, man. Like when I started seeing y'all's stuff, like the behind the scenes stuff on Instagram, I was just like, damn, dude, there's a lot that goes into this, dude. Like I just get my figure, I give my opinions on it, and then I put it on the shelf and I play with it. Y'all are taking it to an entirely other level, man. Like being able to kit bash and throw things together, like it's just really, it's kind of like what Hyper was saying to me earlier, Timbo. Like he doesn't collect the dino, he lives vicariously through me with dinos. I kind of live vicariously through you guys with the expanse, just like how expansive you guys are with that part of the hobby. So I really do get a lot of enjoyment for it. It's so entertaining, man. It's so cool to see what creative guys like you and Commander Cook here. Just like there's a lot of talented people, man, and you were one of them, man. Really cool stuff.
Yeah. One of the things that we do, show you real quick here, because I think I've got it ready, but we do a lot of us world builders will do what we call an avatar figure, which is basically a figure of ourselves in our world. And so, mine is this green Mando. You've probably seen him before in some of my stuff, but
I have, yeah.
This is if I was in this world, this is Timbo. So, and
I like that green. Oh, so you'd be a Mandalorian?
I'd be be a Mando.
All right.
Yeah. Yep.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like
same
that green
here.
on there.
Yeah. I've done figures of almost my entire family. So I've got my son, my 2 daughters, and I need to do one for my wife, but I've done one for everybody else. So
yeah, I think your Zori Bliss is the one that your daughter picked the color for. And I think your son, didn't he do a Mandalorian too?
Yeah, he did a Mando.
That's sick, man.
Guess I'll just show you. I mean, might as well.
Oh, dude, yeah, please.
Right, let's do it.
Please.
Let's do it.
Connor is in the house. What's up, buddy? Thank you so much. And
What's up,
999
Connor?
super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. Really means a lot to us, dude. Thank you so much.
Connor missed the Godzilla, the micro Godzilla.
Oh
He's
yeah,
gonna have
he
to go back.
did.
Yeah.
There's my
Ooh,
this is my
Oh yeah,
son.
yeah.
nice.
That's cool looking, man. That's really cool looking.
I like
Yeah, I
that
think
chip
I
on the chest.
what's that?
I like the chip. I like where you have the chips. Like it looks. That's like appropriate. What like where it would like
Mhm.
where it would hit on con. Like it just looks really good, man. I like that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
It's minimal. It's perfect.
And then this is my oldest daughter.
Look at that thing.
That's a good figure. Hyper actually sent that figure to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is a really cool figure, and yeah.
Was that dyed blue? Rit dyed blue?
I actually painted this.
You painted that one?
I painted it. Yeah, it came out really nice. It took to the paint really well, and I wasn't sure. I was kind of worried what the Rit dye might do to the kind of the gold bronze, and so I thought, well, I'll just paint this. And then this is my my other daughter here. She's a Mandalorian too as well.
Oh, that's sick.
Nice.
It's like a Sabine. That's like Sabine's cousin or something.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, almost.
Like,
Yeah, I asked her,
man.
Asked her colors, what she wanted. She kind of had, wanted beach theme colors. And
nice,
so,
dude. It's like a seafoam green. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Like Barbie Wren. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. Making the family. I need to make one of my wife. So I just need to figure out, what, just showing you this one. This is my, me paying homage to, the Kenner Ponda Baba figure. So using those colors, the blue, the orange, and his head, I used a green wash on because that original one is, green.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if you could see that or not, but
definitely.
That was a lot of fun making him too as well. So and I did the hammerhead. I think you guys saw that. Tried to make that look like the vintage Kenner hammerhead with the blue, but
that's one of my favorites that you did. I love that one. Yeah,
looks rad, man.
Yeah.
Real quick, if y'all don't mind giving Connor another little quick. I know we've already talked about it already, but Connor is we got to give Connor a quick rundown of the Rit dye.
Sure. Yeah. So again, if anybody needs more information, you can on my channel. I have how-to videos and tutorials and all kinds of stuff on the Rit dye process. But in a nutshell, I'm gonna pass it back over to Timbo. So Timbo, for Connor's benefit, it is synthetic Rit dye.
Synthetic Rit dye.
Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what I do is I've got one of those, teapots that you can like boil water really quickly in. And so I get the water boiling. I've got a pan or a dish. I then pour that water into, let it sit for a couple minutes. And then I add, I really haven't measured it. I just kind of pour it. So I don't know exactly the amount. Hyper, maybe you can be more scientific. I just kind of pour it in and then stir it up. And then I set my figures in it. Whatever part I want to dye, the whole figure, part of whatever, I just dump it in, let it set, anywhere from, just depending on the color hue that you want, 2 to 5 minutes. And then I usually use like some metal tongs or something like that to pull it out every once in a while, just kind of take a look just to make sure, things are working and that it's not going to get too dark. And then when I'm done, I put it on foil and I usually let mine sit for probably a whole day just to dry. Before I go in and do some painting, or dry brushing or, anything like that to it.
Timbo, do you thin down your paints or anything like with water? Do you get like, is there a certain type of brand paint that you buy?
I mean, I really like, I've noticed that, figures, they seem to take almost best to this Vallejo paint, but you can use, you can use any kind of a acrylic paint. I mean, I've got, the Citadel paints too that, work really well. But the Vallejo paints seem to actually work the best. That's this Zori Bliss. She was painted with the Vallejo paints and, she just came out really smooth. Like I was just really super impressed with, the paint, just how she took to it. And, but I've also used, acrylics too as well. I mean, my Timbo figure, and when I say acrylics, I mean acrylics from Walmart.
Right.
Some greens. I think the nice thing about this was I did a lot of weathering on him, and so that seemed to work really well with the paints and the colors. And, you know, yeah.
That green is striking. That's a really cool looking Mandalorian. I love the green
color.
on it.
Yeah,
really good
I think
color.
there's about 3 or 4 different shades of green here. And so, you know, I've got like a lime green. I've got, you know, you kind of see it in his backpack too, because I've got one side's a lighter and then I made the other side kind of a darker.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just different shades of green with, you know, the silver highlights.
You know, Stone, I was going to say, in the most recent video series that I did about the Tashi Station diorama, there's a section in there where it talks about like shading and weathering and painting and everything. And I talked a little bit about how a lot of times when you want a wash on a figure, sometimes a black wash or a gray wash or a brown wash it doesn't look right, and you're like, oh, maybe if I put more wash on it, it'll make it look right. And actually what you want to do is you actually want to go the other way and have it be more almost like a bleached look. And a bleached look is from like whites, white shading, white washing, and it brings out different highlights in a different way. Timbo, do you ever do like a white wash as opposed to a dark wash on a figure?
Yeah, I have done that before.
Yeah.
I don't remember specifically which one I've done that with, but yeah, it gives it that dried out look, kind of, you know.
Right.
Yeah, it's just I've done it with light browns too.
Yeah, right. Like, exactly. One of the cool techniques, and Stoned, I know we've talked about this on occasionally, but the RIT dye, the synthetic RIT dye, if you want to get a really cool aged look to a figure, if you want a figure to not necessarily be dirty but have it look aged, you put it in the yellow RIT dye, RIT dye, and that yellow RIT dye sort of really just enhances and ages the colors without changing the colors.
Yes.
And it adds weathering and texturing without making it look dirty or grimy. And
that's a great idea.
Yo, Timbo, it's awesome, man. That one particular Mandalorian, each of the Mandalorians I gave you had that yellow wash applied to it. So when you look at it, when you look at the figures, it's almost like, what is it about this that looks different? And that's what it is. It's a yellow RIT dye for a few seconds a piece. And so that's another cool technique. So I was curious to see if you had tried that like on any of your droids or anything, or any of the other figures that you had dyed, that sort of yellowing technique.
Yeah, I've not tried that yet.
Yeah.
I may have to.
Yeah, give it a try. It looks really cool. It's a cool technique, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I've never tried to do the whitewash thing y'all are talking about. I've never. That's kind of an interesting, cool idea.
So it works really well. So when I do my diorama series, Geonosis and Tatooine and all these other ones, I use a lot of weathering powders, not necessarily paints or dyes, but powders, and you apply it with like a makeup brush. And the white and the sand colored weathering powders will, instead of making highlights and lowlights dark, it makes them sun faded, and it looks really cool. Yeah. So on rocky surfaces or on cloaks or capes or something like that, it does exactly the opposite of what a dark wash does. It makes it look like you've been out in the desert for 3 years, you know, and that's a really cool thing to try, Stoned, if you want to try it. It really makes everything look very, very distinct, you know.
Yeah, I need to give that a go one day when I do my next. I think I'm going to do another diorama or two before I do a figure, but yeah, I think that's definitely something that would be kind of fun and just new and different to kind of try.
Yeah.
So. I think I've done that. I did that with I had made a rock diorama similar to the one I have underneath my mall. I made one for somebody, and I used a whitewash on the stones. Some certain parts of it, and just it came out really cool looking.
It's really cool, right? Yeah, it's a really cool thing. Yeah. So everybody always grabs the black, brown, or gray for the washes, you know, and sometimes you just can't seem to get it where you want it to go because you're doing the wrong color wash, you know. So
that's like this Ponda Baba, you know, I used a green wash on his head.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know, get him kind of that green color instead of, you know, painting him. You know, just used a green wash. And that came out, I'm pretty happy with how that came out.
That's a super cool looking figure. I love that. I love that Ponda Baba that you did with the classic colors.
Thank you.
It's cool. Yeah.
Even Artisan said he's using it on dies. Now he wants to try it on a figure.
Okay, man. Here we go.
Here,
yeah. Let me know how it goes. Let us know. Yeah.
Wait, go ahead, Hyper. What'd you say, buddy?
Let us know how it goes when you do it. Give it a try, right?
Sure, dude. Yeah.
One of the things that I do with, and I might have told one of you guys this, I don't remember, but with the walls that I have in my, my buildings, I will mix in like a fine sand with Mod Podge and then use a little bit of paint, and it just gives it a really cool texture.
I've noticed. I think I was asking you about your floors like months ago. Yeah.
My floors and my walls. I think the walls that you have, Stone, that I made, they have that sand on them too as well.
Dude, because that's one of my favorite things about it. Because even when I was doing videos or you can like, it's like what I forget what the style of architecture. It's like like South American, like almost not staccato, but like almost like the
mission style. Like mission style Mexican,
that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got that. You can just see the texture in it, man. I just really like it. Just adds to the more textures you have in a diorama. That's why I like you were showing off the Hammer Time bar earlier, and you had that corrugated part of the bar. Like you're just adding textures and like more things that catch your eye. It's just fun, man. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Stucco, not staccato. Stucco.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doug.
Yeah, and the nice thing about when I do, like I add that sand and then, paint the whole building or background, if I go in with like a dry brush of like white or light brown, it just picks up all of those little like, places that are sticking out. And so it just gives it a little bit more depth.
Yep.
100%.
Absolutely.
Dude.
Yeah.
And you get kind of catch those shadows and stuff like that. 100%, man.
Yeah.
That's why like some of the early days of the Black Series, just a simple dry brushing on a black weapon can absolutely change simple dry brushing. It doesn't have to be much. Matter of fact, the least you do, the better in some cases,
Yeah, right. Exactly. Just go over it like just the very top layer of the detail. Just hit it. Right.
That's the one thing. If I could change anything about my custom Shriek is I would have went a little light hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great brush for that. It's almost like a makeup type brush.
And it's like soft too, so it's not gonna,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's a makeup brush. So yeah.
How to try that method, Timbo.
Stone, you can that's the great thing about a custom like that is if you're not happy with it, just keep working at it, right? Just keep working
and
at
just
it.
redo it. Yeah, you got a point. I could always go back over and hit it with paint, clean it up a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of like he got it repainted or re-armored, 100%.
Exactly. That's what Mandalorians would do in the first place anyways, right?
Dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like sorry, like using spackle for walls and get texture as you sand it down. Yeah.
Yeah, used that before too.
I actually I just take all the spices out of my wife's spice kit, and that works out pretty well too, man. It really does. It really does.
That's a great idea. I've used spices too.
Yeah, they work out great.
It's a smart thing to utilize, man, because it's a cheap material.
Yeah, it's already got it right. You don't have to make a trip to the craft store. You just go to the pantry. Yeah.
Lady Hyper is cooking, and she's like, God damn it, Paul.
many times. Oh yeah, seriously. Oh no. She's like, where's my fucking garlic? And I'm like, it's in the Hoth cave.
Like, what are you talking about? There.
Yeah, right.
That's awesome, man.
Grabbing a few more customs, guys.
Ooh, yes. Please do, man. Please do.
Hey, speaking of, so this is a good jumping on point for anybody who might be new. So I start my new diorama build series this week, which is the swamp. So swamp and marsh. So awesome. If you're interested in that type of a thing, check it out. I always do it in like a bunch of different parts. Part 1 is like the layout, the cutting of the foam and all that. Part 2 is if that's of interest to anybody, please check it out. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, what you got there, Timbo?
All right, so this is I didn't really do any like painting with this one, but I did make some, accessories. This is I got, the store Doug and Donuts. This is donuts. So
gotcha. Okay.
All right. We got Doug and Donuts.
We got Doug and Donuts. So yeah, my story with him was the owner of Doug and Donuts. Well, let me just grab him real quick. He's right on top here. But this is Doug, which again didn't really do anything other than just buy the figure and fit him with an apron. But this is Doug. He thought he adopted Donuts because he thought he was a white Wookiee. Turned out to be a murder bear, and gave him his red apron, and Donuts immediately cut it up and made a head cowl or whatever for himself, a little front cover, some armbands, which is just this is actually old t-shirt that I just took and sculpted to it, and then painted it, dyed it or whatever, Mod Podged it. So that's Donuts.
Is it still soft, or did you put something on it where it's kind of hardened up over time?
It's kind of hardened up. I mean, it still has flexibility and bends, but it's just
That's cool.
Yeah. Just want to make sure they stayed on there. So and then this was my homage to Red Snaggletooth. But this guy is I've got a crime syndicate that's kind of coming into power in the mall. And this is the leader, Red Fang. And so this is an old Star-Lord, a Marvel Legends Star-Lord body.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. You can see it. Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I cut his coat up, so it kind of hit it a little bit, like kind of shredded his coat, and then also I think the inside colors were different, so I had to paint him all like a dark red. Gave him kind of a chain here.
Yep.
But and then the head is I ordered some custom heads from some various people online, and so they had a Snivian, I think is what that species is called.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing that in some of your more recent shorts. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that figure.
Yeah. Here's one of his
cool.
one of his helpers, which a female Rhodian.
Yo, that's sick.
Jesus, man, save some Zori Bliss figures for the rest of us.
Yo, that's a good use, man, for that.
They make some great customs.
They do. Yeah.
And this guy is one of my favorite custom characters. His name is Pickles. And
I know Pickles.
So yeah. He's on I think
Queel,
it's
right?
Queel, yeah.
Is it Queel?
Yeah. Yep.
Sweet, dude.
Quill body, and then I think this vest was from a G.I. Joe figure, and so I took it and cut it apart, and used it for a vest. I'd actually made him in 3 3/4, and I decided I would make him in the Black Series too as well, and he's got a huge attitude. I mean, and he's super strong. He's gonna cause trouble, things like that. He had a run in with Donuts. Not too long ago, and Donuts, put a donut on top of Pickle's head, and so they're kind of, in a little scuffle right now at the mall. But I just like making up the stories with this. So.
That's awesome.
that fight could be on the next Netflix fight, right?
Right. Yeah, Pickles versus Donuts.
Pickles, right? Yeah.
Dana White's all over it, bro. You about to hear from him.
Right.
Commander Cook here's got a question. He was asking where you got the female Rhodian head from. If you remember, I know you said off eBay or Etsy, or
yeah, I got it off a seller on eBay. I think it's like Darth Sinister Customs. And you can actually order them in various colors. And so I had another one.
Yes, Connor, it was.
But I'm not sure where she's at. There she is. Just grabbing a few more here. But here's another one that.
So cool.
Oh yeah, great one.
Yeah. So this one I ordered in the color you see at the top here, and then I kind of did a faded paint job on it. I don't know if you could see that, where it's like darker blue.
Yeah.
To the lighter blue, but she was another one. And then I do have a this is my my Chiss Mandalorian.
Ooh, that goes hard.
I don't know if you guys ever saw him or not, but
shit.
Oh yeah.
So he's a friend of Timbo's. So but
that's pretty cool.
Dude. That's rad, man.
Lots of fun making him too. So
Dude,
that figure looks like somebody right out of the Clone Wars cartoon or something, doesn't it?
Yeah,
yeah, that looks really cool, man.
dude. I've never seen that one on your page. That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I probably need to post some more pictures of him, but he's got the I don't know, maybe a Beskar spear here that he uses. But he was a lot of fun to kind of do as well. Actually, the funny thing is I got my inspiration for his colors from grape soda, the Crush grape soda pop can.
Yeah.
So just
Cool,
looking at the
man.
different purples and things. And so just, decided to make a figure.
Grape soda is good.
It is good, yeah.
Chris G can you show that Rodian head off again, Timbo, if you don't mind?
Yeah. Was it? I mean, it's the other one's the exact same. But
that thing is, I love that figure.
That's
right
so
there.
cool. That is so rad.
Yeah.
See, dude, there's so much shit Hasbro is missing out on, dude.
Oh man,
I swear.
I
think they made that. They designed that Zori Bliss character for the Rise of Skywalker, right? And I swear it was almost as if they were like, all right, we're going to give original trilogy fans the Tonica sisters because it reminds me so much.
Oh yeah.
Of the Tonica sisters,
Yeah.
Other Rodian head there.
The 60-ass Rodian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't realize, I guess the females have that giant fin. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either. Because in that one arc where I forget it was someone Padme was very close with. It is in an arc of the Clone Wars. And one of the Rodian senators gets poisoned. And the other female Rodian,
yeah.
So maybe it's something that they can control. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I did not know that. That's awesome.
Something that some of them have and some of them don't.
Yeah.
Just
right.
A couple others I'm grabbing here. Sorry.
No, bro, you're good. Do your thing.
Thinking of other stuff.
I don't like you either.
Here's a I don't know what species,
Lax Sivrak or
Shistavanins.
He says it every time.
Shistavinin, right? Yeah.
Shistavinin.
Yeah, that's a really cool looking figure.
But
that's right.
That's
really cool.
He's a part of my crime syndicate. That's the Solo body.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Is it the Empire Strikes Back?
No, that's the Solo movie body.
Yeah. The young one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's
the one with the other actor. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That looks good, man. That's cool.
And this is I actually don't know all of. I think there is some Star Wars parts to this, but it's she's kind of a right hand man to the crime syndicate leader, the Red Fang, and she's just a mixture of. I think there's some Star Wars, some G.I. Joe in here. The head is the character, I think the Rose from Marvel Legends. I just repainted it, and kind of gave her the green skin too as well. So she's kind of a mystery as to what exactly she is. So, but anyways,
now
I'm showing off a whole bunch of stuff.
No,
dude, that's what we invited you on for,
exactly,
bro.
Man. That's why you're here, right?
Dude,
you know what though? Does anybody know of another Thrawn species character? I can't think of one. Can you guys think of one? Of another Thrawn species character?
I remember the one in the book. There was a girl in the book that was friends with Thrawn, but I can't remember her name.
Okay, all right. So there's that one.
Read the Thrawn trilogy. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah.
Because the only other blue people that I know was in Attack of the Clones when George Lucas and his daughter were cameoing as Pantorans, and then obviously the Pantoran part of the
right.
But those weren't Chiss though, so that's a good point.
That's true.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any other Chiss in the Bender. What's up, man? Thanks for hanging out.
I can't think of one, but
I can't either, dude.
Yeah, no.
Only this guy right here.
That guy right there. There you go. There's the answer, right?
But his name, how like the Chiss, they have like the three like words, like Thrawn's name. I can't remember what it is, but it's it's like three parts.
Like Mike Philip Thrawn.
Yeah.
Right, okay, got it. Okay.
So I called him Grapes Oda. So, which is grape soda.
Ooh.
Grapes.
Awesome,
I like
dude.
it. I like it. All right.
I actually
what you
did
did there.
name my.
See
I
what you
named
did
my
there.
Mandalorian. I think it was Tyrk Vandar. That was his name. You got to give
Okay,
your
all right.
characters a name, man. It just adds more personality to it. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, you guys will have to make your own a character of yourselves. That would be really cool to see you
It's
guys
so
do
fun.
that.
Well,
Yeah,
it's so
that's a
funny
good
you
idea.
guys talking about naming characters because, like, I'll make a custom figure like those, and I'll be like, "Oh, I know what I'm going to call this one. This is going to be um, Black Helmet Mandalorian with yellow highlights." I'm like, oh, that's got a ring
Very
to it. That's
practical.
nice.
That-
That's nice. Yeah.
Put it on card and sell it, man.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Put it on card and sell it.
But yeah, Timbo, man, that is an impressive collection right there. That is some nice work. And
Yeah, well, thank you.
yeah, and also too, like, you know, what I've always been a big fan of is to try to get rid of some of these peg
Good.
warmers out of places. And you have that same philosophy. Like, you look at peg warmers and you see an entire city of civilians and you clear them out and you use them up. And I think that's like the greatest part about the whole thing is just, you're not buying a $30 figure to customize. You're using the stuff at Ollie's or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
That's
And
that's the great thing about world building is, you look at those characters that are at Ollie's, going as low as like $4 or $5, for a Black
yeah,
Series figure. And, man, I could buy 4 or 5 of those and make them into custom characters, for my world. So
right.
you kind of look at things differently.
Agreed.
And I think it also helps like with the attitude too, because if you're just, hey, I want the figures from the movie, well, there might be a chance that they don't make what you're looking for, or they make it wrong. They, do something, that, is not movie accurate. People get worked up about that. Whereas
Yes, they
as a
do.
customizer, it's like, well, if they mess it up, I'll just make my own.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
good point.
Yeah,
We got to
exactly.
thank guys like y'all too, man, because I mean, obviously, I know by the time it's gotten to Ollie's and everything, Hasbro's already made their money, of course. But like, even still, y'all go into Walmart or GameStop or Ollie's, whatever, y'all buying those peg warmers. It's just getting those off the shelf. That's a good thing. It's a good way to keep the money flowing amongst in the economy in general and the hobby. So
Right.
we gotta tip our hats, our other collectors to customizers like y'all, man.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. If everybody were to customize one figure a year, there's 10,000 peg warmers off the shelves. So.
Chris G's got a question for you, Timbo. He said, "What made you come up with that chiss? Just a grape soda thing, or like what made you go with making him a chiss in general?" And you can tell him about the grape soda thing in case Chris missed that.
Yeah. Well, that was just related to, the color scheme. Because I was thinking, hey, this would be really cool to have a Chiss, character, because I think they look really cool. And like you said, you don't see a lot of them, and it'd just be really neat to see them kind of, peppered in throughout Star Wars. Just that blue skin with the red eyes is just a really cool, cool look. So I just thought, hey, if there was a Chiss, in my world, what might his occupation be? And so, that's kind of where I came up with it and thought, hey, I'll just give it a try. So, and I was trying to hide I think it's Axe Wolves is the actual character.
Yeah.
And so
Gotcha.
I was trying to do something pretty drastic that would maybe not make people think, oh, that's, Axe Wolves. Maybe they would look at it a little differently and,
I sure
see it as a
did.
different character.
Yeah, man, I didn't see Axe
Yeah.
Wolves sticking out. That's for sure.
I thought you popped on another head and just had an extra Mandalorian. I had no idea that was Axe.
Yeah, that's Axe. I actually thought about giving him a little mustache, but thought that might
Brilliant
look kinda
reuse,
cool.
man. Brilliant. It's so
Right.
yeah. And I actually don't own that figure, but man, ever since we got that Death Watch Mando, they've kind of like kit bashed on with other Mandos with
Right.
that buck and with the plastic overlays. Ever since we got that buck, we've gotten some insanely dope Mandalorian figures.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Males and females for that matter.
Female
Yeah.
chest. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I will have to do a
100%, dude.
female one. Yeah. I have a
Female
another
Mandalorians too.
figure here. Let me see if I can find it.
If y'all haven't already, hit that like button. It'd be very much appreciated. And go show Hyperdrive Collection 6460 some love after the stream as well. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight. Means a lot to us. Hope y'all are having fun because we sure are.
I don't know. This is kind of a I just kind of made up the species. It's not an official like alien from Star Wars, but it is kind of a similar to my maintenance tech, where it's
Cool.
a different skin color, but has like those dots. It's kind of a part of her makeup or whatever. So so she was a cool one. This is a GI Joe figure. I don't know. Hyper, you
Scarlet.
might know which one this is.
That's Scarlet. Yep.
Scarlet.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. So just did a repaint of her to kind of make her look, like she would fit in the the Star Wars world.
Yeah.
And then here's my Evergreen.
Ooh,
Mhm.
nice. I
So
love Moma.
yeah, really great figure. I'm gonna have to get another one now because I just need a standard one. So yeah, I see yours.
Dude, it's such a fantastic figure, man. We need more OT aliens, dude.
That's what I love, and that's
So
really I
fantastic.
think that's kind of what got me. I think what started my love for Star Wars was Episode 4 was I was probably 4 or 5 years old, and I was up early in the morning, had Episode 4 on. It was my first time to see it, and what I really remember was that cantina scene with all of the different aliens,
Oh yeah.
and that
Yeah,
as a
dude.
kid that actually scared me. Like I was that was like just thought that was really creepy, and
Oh yeah.
but it's just what I remember about Star Wars was just all those aliens in the background. And so I think
That
that's
is
kind of
Star Wars.
why I do the customs that I do is I love the background aliens.
Need that glub shadow, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love
Well,
it. That
Star
is
Wars
Star Wars.
background Star Wars aliens. It would be something other than Star Wars without them, right? Like because they're
Yeah,
they're
dude.
kind of the most important part of Star Wars for me.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah,
Dude,
it'd be kind of boring, really. I mean,
100%.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so good. And what you're doing with them, like I mean that Momane Dawn painted blue, I know that looks great, and it now makes me want to buy another one to do that exact thing.
Such
So,
a good
yeah.
figure.
yeah.
You definitely should. So
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Lord Sosa, stop
you.
it. Stop it.
So what's going on, man?
That's
I
my
haven't seen you in a
cousin.
while. I know
What's
who
up,
it is.
bro? I didn't want anybody thinking I was getting, I was jumping on the other side of the fence. It's cousin love.
We got the friends and family plan in here tonight with everybody over here, right?
so I do
Hey,
have
dude.
Love it.
Bender
this
is
one's not
good.
done, but just giving you guys a little behind the scenes sneak peek. I'm working on
Ooh.
my sister got me a couple of the Pike soldiers for my birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
Good one.
So I wanted to have kind of a guy that would be their leader.
Is that the
and
client
so-
body?
What's that?
Is
Yes.
that the client? Dude, that's cool. That's a really
That's a pretty
smart
good
take.
idea. Yeah.
Client body. I got to paint the head, so I haven't painted the head yet. But it's attached by a magnet, so I can easily move it around.
Sure.
Dude, that's
but,
cool. Wow.
He's going to be kind of the leader. My crime syndicate that I call the Botticelli Crime Syndicate. They've hired some Pikes to fight against Timbo and some of his friends, Mandalorian friends, for getting a percentage at the South Shore Mall on some of the goods going in and out of there. So
Man, that's what a great use of that figure. That's really cool. Very cool figure.
Yeah. So I think it'll be pretty cool once I can get that all painted up. So I've also got a squid head that I'm working on as well, because that's one that I don't think we've ever gotten in the Black Series. And
talk about a figure sorely needed.
Quarren, is it the Quarren species?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
No, dude, we don't have that. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
such a
we
cool staple to Star Wars. So
Oh, seriously.
Yeah. 100%.
Jabba's palace. I mean, now we've got him in Mandalorian. It's got to happen. Even in the 2D Clone Wars, like that was the coolest part. Yeah.
A Star Wars Jacob spitting magnetic alt heads. Take notes, Hasbro.
That's right.
Write this shit down, y'all. Hey, y'all better send Timbo the check, bro. He just gave you an idea. No more pigs. We're going magnets, baby.
I can hear it now on one of Collective's videos. He's going to be like, Hasbro needs to make this happen. Right? We need to have, right? Like it's going to be
a smooth California dulcet.
totally. Right. Exactly.
That's awesome, man. Timo, do you have any other customs you want to show off, man, or do you want to go ahead and jump in? Do y'all want to jump into Treat Your Shelf?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Oh, well, why don't you kick it off? Treat your shelf.
Me?
Okay.
Go ahead. That's right.
Okay, yeah, I was
Oh,
like,
wait.
we let the guests go first.
Who's
Stone
me
and
or
I-
Stone?
No, you first,
Timbo,
man. Yeah,
Timbo, man.
I thought you was telling
Okay.
me. I was like,
No, that's right. No.
no, it's all you. It's all you, Timbo. Gotta let the guests go first.
Mine's gonna be a little different here, but these are gonna be really cool to use for some of my world building here in 1/12 scale. So from a store 5 Below, we've got a 1/12 scale grill.
I love it.
So my brother-in-law is really into grilling, and so I don't know. I'm going to kind of use some. We might do kind of a collab thing together with that.
Cool,
So that'd be
man.
fun. And then these other ones. Here's a 1/12 scale. It's a coffee cart.
Oh shit! Cool. Interesting.
That's very
And
cool.
I'm going to have these. Like in a mall, you have like the places in the middle of the mall that are selling stuff. So this coffee cart. It comes with a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, man.
And I'll give it kind of a sci-fi paint job, so I'll do something to it, just to kind of spruce it up a little bit. And the last thing is it'll be another area in the mall, but it's a popcorn machine.
Righteous.
Wow. And those are all found at 5 Below. Those
5 Below, so they're $5.
Wow.
Hell yeah,
And
Mom.
That's awesome. That's a really cool thing.
I thought it might be fun to have some different scenes that incorporate the giant popcorn bag, where hey, maybe there's a fight going on and you've got somebody in the background, with their popcorn.
Yes, sir. Love it, dude.
And I think that's about it for me.
That's awesome, man. So are you going to play? Is that more like 1/12 or is that going to be 1/18 scale?
That's 1/12.
Like 1/12. Okay.
Yeah.
It looked like the way that you were holding it. I thought so.
Yeah. It's sized for 1/12, and it actually sizes really well.
So that's good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. They have a lot of these different kinds. Like they have I think one is like a sushi cart.
Oh, sweet.
Just different ones that you could use for different things. Use the accessories.
So they must make those for doll houses or something like that, right? Like, in other words, some sort of Barbie thing or whatever it is. Yeah. Or
I seen some stuff today with my wife when we were running errands, and they had like these little. They had like this one. It was called Reading Nook. Then they had another one that was called Corner Store, and it was like little miniature diary. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen some really cool. I'm saying this over the internet. I've seen some really cool dollhouse stuff lately. It's true, man. I've seen. Yeah,
dude, those guys that build trains, like the train scene and the dollhouses, they go bananas, bro.
Yeah,
dude. I have a cousin whose train level is like Jedi Master train level expert shit going on, and it just is unbelievably cool. Yeah.
There's this guy named. Oh, go ahead, Timbo.
I was just saying, there's another guy that's part of the World Makers Consortium that he does do model trains, but then he also has a sci-fi world too as well. That's in 1/18 scale. Jason Jensen Trains. You guys should check him out. Really cool stuff.
Is he on Instagram, Timbo?
He's on Instagram and YouTube. So
Jason. Okay, yeah.
Jason Jensen. Okay.
Yeah, Jason Jensen Trains, but he's got the sci-fi world, and I think if I understand his story right, the sci-fi world is just an older, futuristic world of his like train world.
Cowboys and aliens type stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's
okay,
sick, man.
Got it. All right, that's very cool. Yeah.
Artisan Customs, we do this every other Saturday, buddy.
Yeah.
And it might get to a point like where sometimes we might do one in a row, but usually we try to shoot for every other Saturday.
Right. Because we actually have our own stuff going on outside of the show once in a while too. But once in a while, I say for myself, Cody's got a lot going on with other things. But I try to do one a month, something like that, on the off weeks or whatever. But all right, Stone, what do you got?
So what I don't have a whole lot because I'm trying to say I am saving up for ICC Con coming up. So I did pick this up. My wife bought me this. I got the Spider-Man Unlimited.
Oh, nice.
Right.
And I actually don't know much about this version of Spider-Man. I'm looking forward to doing some digging and research, comic and animation show. There was an early 2000s show of the Unlimited, but just the design, and it's Spider-Man, dude. So I gotta,
I'm not familiar with that outfit. Wow, that's really cool,
dude. Yeah, when the Unlimited, he's because he's got the webs on the back,
Yeah,
it's super 90s, extremely 90s look. But it's so badass, man.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, I've never seen that Spidey before.
So I'm super excited to do more research and figure out more because I'm really not that educated about this suit either, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I like the big eyes and the kind of darker reds and blues that they got going on, and it comes with the alt hands. Got the
what is there some sort of blue and pink accessory in back of them, or is that just the artwork?
It's just the artwork. It's like the buildings. It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, it does look like an accessory almost.
Yeah.
Dude, these Spider-Man card backs, I'm taking this out of the box, but these Spider-Man the Marvel Legends card backs are so beautiful and sturdy.
Oh man, they do them right. They're nice and thick, and
dude. I wish. Why can't we get this on like Retro Card Black Series? Like, look how can you see how thin this is?
Oh, the Marvel team needs to kick the ass of the vintage 6-inch Star Wars team. It's ridiculous.
It's hard to tell on camera, but dude, it is like literally maybe 2 to 3 times. It's a lot thicker. It's a good hard card stock, like this shit's so like, look at this. See that? And then look at this. It just doesn't. It's just really beautiful.
And you'll never convince me that there isn't enough money in the budget to have decent cardboard for Star Wars. Like I refuse to believe that.
Yeah, I know Star Wars is one of the top 5 IPs ever in the world, but I feel like sometimes they do kind of take that licensing excuse and they kind of run with it sometimes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I know Star Wars, I get the licensing is a little crazy. Like even third-party brand companies that make figures or statues or whatever, they've been known to say like, yeah, Star Wars is kind of pricey, but it's fucking Star Wars, man. Most of the time it's gonna fucking sell. People are gonna buy it.
Yeah. But come on, seriously, just give me a decent piece of cardboard for Christ's sakes.
Dude, it can't be that much. It cannot
exactly.
Come on, and you would think it would be easy. Why don't y'all go universal all the way across all lines? Wouldn't that make it cheaper for manufacturing?
Right.
Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe, and Black Series all in the same kind of card. Yeah. Like, wouldn't that make more? I don't understand why. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Again, I'm not in marketing at Hasbro. There's people smarter there than me to do that job. But like us coming from the fans, we're not entirely stupid. We know what we're talking about too. And I feel like there's a lot of people that, like you were saying, Hyper, that agree that they could do a little bit more with that.
Well, it is embarrassing when you have both brands to compare, and with G.I. Joe, like the G.I. Joe cardstock is equally as thick as that. And then you compare it to the vintage collection one and you just, there is no comparison.
Yeah.
And it just feels like you're not getting your value out of it,
I will say these ones are pretty
yes.
They're solid.
Dude.
They're a lot more solid than the others.
Why did they? I know. I find that to be the case too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because of the 50th anniversary or what, but yeah, they definitely feel different than the other, vintage.
That's a good point, Timbo.
Definitely. Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a very good point. I have Mace, the B1 Battle Droid, Jar Jar, and Qui-Gon, and Figure Shield clamshells. But now that I think about it, those are much more sturdy card backs.
I
forgot about that. They're not flimsy.
They're like not at all Marvel level. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, totally forgot about those.
Yeah.
And next up, this is actually from a family friend named Tina, and she brought this. This is a legit. I don't know if you can see that right there.
Oh,
1977.
Oh, that is awesome, man! I love that.
It is a 1977 Star Wars cup, and dude, you can't. It doesn't pick up on camera the yellowness of this plastic. It's legit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The graphics on it. This cup,
you know what? I remember having that cup.
That's so cool.
Having or a similar cup like that style,
Yeah.
But yeah, oh man.
Yeah, I think I have that actually exact same cup, Stoned.
Yeah.
That is so cool, man.
It is an awesome thing.
This cup is almost 50 years old. Is that not in 2 years? This cup will be 50 years old. Isn't that not fucking insane?
Right. I know.
This cup is I'm 30. I'm about to be 30 in March. That is just so wild to me, man.
Yeah.
But this is gonna. I was like, oh yeah, that'll be a cool paint cup because she brings me cups or whatever. And then I started looking at it and I see 19. I said, oh fuck no, this is going on the shelf. Ain't gonna be no damn paint cup.
Yeah.
It's too cool, man. It's just like a little piece of history,
paint cup.
man.
Yeah. Well, hey, right.
So I wanted to show that off real quick.
That is awesome.
Thank you, dude. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
And then this is actually from my butt Curtis. If you're watching, shout out to you. We got 20 people in here. Hit that motherfucking like button. Love you all. Be sure to go show Timbo Toys some love after the stream, as well as Hyperdrive Collection 6460, please. And actually, I'm gonna take this out the box real quick. So this was given to me by my buddy Curtis. It's pretty cool because I didn't have a whole lot to show off this week. But my brother actually got this for Curtis, and it is the Deadpool.
Oh man,
like interactive head thing where you get the app and shit. And dude, like the mouth
is
moves.
Wild.
It's pretty cool, man.
That is really cool. Oh so my god. Yeah.
He gave this to me. My brother got it for him, so it's a little extra special. But like the fabric it's pretty cool, man. I thought it just would have been sculpted plastic, but it's like actual like fabric.
So the mouth moves. Like, is it like an interactive type of thing?
Yeah, so you download this app awesome. And you can make him say like over 600 phrases and shit.
Oh, that's funny. That's awesome.
So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to find a spot for him in my Marvel section, and then I'm gonna have these two guys kind of flanking either side of the box.
Oh yeah.
Dude, these two, I'm having so much guys, if you haven't picked these up yet, I'm having so much fun with these figures. They look so good.
Yeah, those are good ones.
That Hugh Jackman likeness just blows me away, bro.
But all right, that Deadpool head is one of the most outrageous treat show shelves in history. I love it.
I was going to ask you, is it like censored? Or like a sensor on it, so when somebody walks past, it says something?
So like if I look at the box real quick, where's that one piece? If you look at and the packaging itself is so cool too, man. Because like literally, it's a box for fish tacos.
I love it.
It's like a package for fish tacos, and just the art on here is so cool.
Oh yeah,
that is cool. I have to say that is really cool.
Yeah, that's
funny
awesome
stuff.
Look at the guy sleeping with it on the back of the box.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I just wondered if it was cool, like that, the talking bass that
oh my god, Billy Bass. Billy Bass.
You just walk by, dude, that'd be fucking epic, bro. Yeah. And then I think I got one more thing. Oh yeah. So I picked this up today. I've kind of been going down the McFarlane rabbit hole a little bit.
Okay.
And,
dangerous.
Say what?
It's dangerous.
Dude, it is. It fucking is, man. This is not a figure. This is a little bit different. I was at the bookshop with my wife today, and I ended up picking up the Todd McFarlane 91 collection.
Yes.
So, look, it was about $40, but man, this is so worth the read. Just like it's gonna be. I know Todd McFarlane is wonky proportions and stuff like that. Look at of course, wearing the Wolverine shirt and randomly turned Leo. It's Destiny.
Right.
But honestly, man, I know Todd McFarlane had some wonky proportions drawing wise, but I'm just I don't know, man. I'm just such a big fan of his art, dude.
Go back to the cover for a second.
Yeah.
Is that no, that's not the Spider-Man 300 cover, but it's a nice cover.
Yeah, the Spider-Man 300 cover. That's what I have the statue of, the McFarlane 1/6 scale statue.
Right.
It looks so good. But
yeah, man, that's cool.
Super excited to start reading this. I'm bouncing. I think we just lost Timbo.
Oh no, what happened?
His phone died.
Oh shoot.
He might jump back in a minute.
Yeah.
We'll wait for him. I'm gonna hit him back up, or maybe I'll message him on Instagram real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Just let him get back in here. Dude, so how about that? Getting the Timbo Toys review. That was actually pretty fucking cool. Timbo, if you hear us right now, we're going to give you a second to come back in, brother.
Yeah. Please come back.
Chat, just bear with us for just one
hold
moment.
on. Let me take a look and see what's going on here.
Take your time.
Yeah, totally, Curtis. Right? I think every family had that cup back in 1977, right? Along with the Burger Chef glasses before it was Burger King. Right? You know, I got those myself.
Thanks, Cook.
All right, Timbo's going to try to get back on.
Get a spotty hand for rocking out with Vader.
Well, what else you got there, Stoned? What else you got?
Hey, thanks, Cook. Thank you, man. Yeah. So, hey, how about this? Since you were gone, Hyper, I'm just going to go ahead and show off. I didn't get to show you this, man. So, yeah. I got my SHF. Can I do this?
That's right, you did.
I don't like that. There we go. I got my SHF 3PO.
Oh, yeah.
Super, super excited for this. I've been really anticipating this figure.
It's so good.
That was one of my last big purchases before the con. Now I'm going to I've slowed down a lot, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Timbo, take your time, brother. You're good, man. I scored this for $15 from Big Bad.
There you go.
Finally got Blah, man. It was too long. It was too long.
That is my all-time favorite figure.
Really?
Yep. It's number one.
Good figure, man. I know some people think it's overrated, but I really do enjoy this older clone buck.
Oh, I love that. I love that old clone buck. Yeah.
2018 Rex, man. For 2018, it's just like, I think that's where the respect comes from for it, is because just for 2018, that's like, this is a beautiful figure for that time period, because that was kind of like a dark period for the Black Series, you know?
Oh yeah, no, I really love that figure. And the Bly color scheme.
Yeah, that yellow and brown goes hard, dude.
Yeah, I love it.
Earthy tones. And hey, bro, you know me. I had to pick up another dime. Where's my boy Connor at?
CC.
CC.
Front and center. What is that? What is that? Another damn raptor? That is a raptor, isn't it?
Another raptor, bro. I needed another. So I have this one and the Atrociraptor. Those are the two 1/18 scale raptors I have.
That's a good one. That's a really nice one.
You need to pick up. And supposedly this buck is like one of the best articulation wise for the 1/18 scale raptors.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
there he is, Delta. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hammock Collection is so much fun, man. Connor says he loves his too.
It was like a moth to the flame. You put that dino on, and Connor was like, "I'm here.
Dinosaurs? Where?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good haul though, man. That's a good haul over the last couple of weeks.
It was. I was waiting for a lot of these, dude. Honestly, I haven't opened these yet. Hyper. These are those Nanmu Raptors I've been talking to you, dude. It just.
Oh right, yeah.
Oh, it just does. You can't. It just does no justice, dude. This packaging.
Those are cool, man.
Bro, they're gonna. When I get them open, I'm gonna send you some pictures for sure.
Oh yeah. Hey, that would look good in the upcoming swamp diorama right there. Right?
Ooh, dude!
The build along swamp diorama. You put that thing in there, right?
Bro, I think you're kind of spitting actually, Hyper. That would be fucking insane, man.
Right? Yeah, hell yeah, yeah.
Hey, speaking of Blah, your favorite figure, Artisan Custom says that's the first clone he ever customized.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, man.
Yep. Back when there were so many Commander Blahs on the shelf, like you could do that. Like I remember at my Kmart, I had a Kmart in like about 4 towns over from me, and it was like a secret stash of Dooku and Bly because they were in the same wave together.
Yeah,
and there were like endless Dookus and Blys, and every time I went in there for like 2 years, there were like Dookus and Blys. So I wound up buying so many Blys out of that Kmart. Like, that's why I can never say anything bad about Kmart, because it was like my personal little private stash of Bly and Dooku. It was crazy.
Awesome, dude. Good old days, man.
Oh yeah, man. Seriously. But
oh man, the Brontosaurus would be fucking insane, Chris G. And Connor, dude, I am like, honestly, out of everything besides the SHF 3PO, those Nanmu Raptors are what I'm most excited for. I cannot wait. And
yeah, those look sick.
I'm gonna pre-order that Tiger Stripe too, dude. You need people. The Tiger Stripe, bro. You need people. Wait. Say what, Connor? Oh wait, I see. You need to. Yes, I do, bro. It looks so good. Oh man,
Mama Mando. Listen, our Kmart is now a Floor and Decor. So, oh yeah, man.
typically what happens with most. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, and I went in there because we did our kitchen last year, and I'm in Floor and Decor, and I'm standing over picking out some tile, and I'm like, this is where the Bly's used to be. Now it's crazy.
Commander Cook says, I mean, especially at the time, probably would have been your best clone to base, or your best clone base to customize off of Hyper.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, that the Bly was easier to find than like the regular black box ones. That's for sure.
And for 2018, man, like it being like off the Rex body for 2018, dude, I get this figure's a little overhyped, but just for that time period, the fact that you can get him to go and like pull out his blasters from the holsters, his DC-17s,
Yep.
you can aim down the sights, like just a really good looking figure, really, and it moves really decently too, honestly.
Oh yeah, no, that's a great one, an all-timer. That book.
I remember when I found out they were doing a reissue of this, and I was like, finally, I can act. Because, dude, this figure was going for 100, 150, $200 sometimes, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I believe it.
Insane for a 12-inch action figure, unless goddamn Tamora Morrison was playing with it or some shit, like
exactly. Yeah.
or George Lucas was playing with it, or Dave Filoni, some shit.
Well, I'll tell you. So my Treat Yo shelf is super quick because I got nothing. So, but I do have a funny story though. So
awesome.
Before I went to Portugal, I told you I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to find us some Black Series figures over there. And
yeah, how did that go? I forgot to ask you about that.
Zero. I could not find them anywhere. Find them anywhere. And I wasn't really so I had limited options, but everywhere I went, I tried, and I found one little toy store, and it was primarily like Legos and stuff like that. Like it didn't have anything in it. I looked everywhere, and so I go to this kid who looks like he's about 14 years old, and he's in the toy store, and he's like looking at Legos, but they're like the Technic Ferrari Legos, right?
Yeah.
And I look at the kid, and in like my incredibly broken Portuguese, I'm like, hey, do you know, are there any Star Wars figures in here? And he's like, Star Wars? What? What's that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Star Wars, Star Wars. And he's like, you know. And I'm like, dude, you don't know Star Wars?
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, right.
Interesting.
I know. The kid didn't know anything about Star Wars, right?
Wow.
And I was like, wow, okay, wait a minute. Where am I? But anyways, it was just kind of weird. So yeah.
It's extremely weird.
Yeah, like a 15-year-old kid had never heard of Star Wars before. And I'm like, I guess Stoned is not getting shit,
Dude,
so
yeah, I guess I do. That's meanwhile, I can't remember a time where I didn't have Star Wars in my life. That's just crazy.
I know, right? So that was kind of a culture shock, like they just have other stuff going on over there. They didn't care about it, So
wow, man.
I know, right?
I asked you about that.
Isn't that wild? So yeah, but no, I don't have anything. And I'm trying to save up whatever money I do have for the big show, So
hell yeah, dude, can't wait.
Yeah. So
that's gonna be a fun time, man.
Oh yeah.
Arson, I have 3.
What's that? You got 3?
I have 3 Commander Rexes. I have one in box, one on the shelf, and then I have one as my desk figgy. Because the one on the shelf, I have him. Oh no, he's got his helmet on. I have the one in card, obviously without the helmet. I thought I had him without the helmet, but I needed one for the Clone Wars and one for my desk, man.
Which Rex do you have? The 3 of?
So I have they're all 3. When they went back up on Big Bad Dude, I jumped on it. It's just the old 2018 reissue.
Okay.
And we were just talking about this earlier, but when you were gone, Timbo, and like I did pick up Commander Bly from Big Bad, $15, same buck, and for 2018, man, this figure, it was just, I know it's kind of overhyped up and overrated nowadays, but for 2018, man, this was a heaven sent for collectors, dude, and it was just really ahead of its time. It's a really good figure, even though it's all the way from 20. It's a 6-year-old, 7-year-old figure, and it still moves and performs and does what you want it to,
I'm still kicking myself because I passed on that Rex at Ollie's for like $10.
Oh yeah, dude.
This was a long time. This was before the reissue, but I remember thinking, yeah, I'll pick. That's what it happens a lot. I think, hey, I see a figure like Bosk. I thought, hey, oh, he's pretty cool. I'll pick him up sometime. And then
Yeah,
next thing you know, they're gone and they're $50 on eBay.
man, that's dude,
So
it's so disappointing.
my Bosk is gone, like just like grew legs and left. I have no idea what happened to it. And
Damn.
he was like a permanent fixture on my shelf, and
Yeah.
and one day he was just gone, like sayonara, and I
Really
never
good
found out
looking.
what happened to him. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. It's got shit articulation, but man, the sculpt is just so wicked
Oh,
and
it's
it looks
awesome.
so good.
Yeah.
So now I have Bosk Unleashed in its place. I have like the Unleashed
Ooh.
Bosk, which is it works. It works. It's fine.
That
But
Unleashed line went hard, man. That
oh, it's
Unleashed line
awesome.
is so dope.
Is that like the sculpted ones? Like
Yeah, the sculpted
yes,
one. Yeah, exactly.
They're in different poses and
Yes.
yeah.
So like in the middle of the
So
night, in the middle of the darkness, I wake up randomly at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna start collecting the Unleashed series. Like, and then I'll like fire away on eBay and be like, oh, I just bought, Obi-Wan.
And dude,
and then
it came back out in 2002, man. That was like I have the Boba
23
Fett. Yeah, like that's just and they're really good statues, man. They're like really
Oh yeah.
detailed, amazing paint. Like I have the Boba Fett and the Vader, and man, they're so cool, man. They're so rad.
So over the last month, I think I've bought 3 of them in the darkness of the night for, and I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I don't even, and I'm like, damn it, Stone. I know it's you. I know it's you somehow.
Hey, bro, if I'm spending all this money, you motherfuckers got to
Right,
too,
exactly.
bro.
Right, exactly.
Chris G, I think Bakara is dropping early April, late March, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He might have been one of the figures that moved up. I know people have been getting Kalnaka from Kalnaka. He's sitting in my big bad pile of loot, but people have been. I think he's shipping off Amazon right now, so he should be here soon, man. Picked up my first Rex for $5. Damn, that was very, very lucky pickup, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, some people order from CMD store, which is based up in Canada. They get stuff a lot earlier than the US, usually anywhere from 4 to 6 months earlier, so it just depends. If you're willing to pay like, you can get them down here for like 26, 27 with tax or whatever. If you're willing to pay like $30 or more for a figure, then you can get them usually pretty early. Hey, fanboy Tone, thanks for coming by, man.
He's a part of the World Builders group. So
cool, dude.
Fanboy, welcome.
He just started following me on Instagram, and I've been kind of like checking out his stuff too. And he's an awesome guy. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, man.
I just sent him a couple of custom 1/18 scale buildings. One of them has a landing pad on top of it.
Sweet, dude.
He's doing some building, world building in the Rebels time period.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Has some awesome stuff.
You know what? Speaking of ollies, Timbo, this might be of interest to you in particular. So the ollies that's closest to me has, I'm not kidding you, no exaggeration, there's got to be 300 of those NBA Hasbro NBA figures with the basketballs and everything. And I'm a fan of the NBA, so I have my own collection. I have my own box, one of each. But I picked up a whole bunch. They were like $4 a piece, and they have Air Jordans or basketball sneakers.
Oh.
And a lot of guys, I've seen a lot of guys I follow, they fit perfectly onto Star Wars characters and G.I. Joe characters and Power Rangers and stuff. So I saw online, there's this one guy, and he put a pair of Air Jordans on Vader, and it looks awesome. It looks so awesome.
That's cool.
And I'm like, I gotta do it. So I'm gonna have to go there next week or something. And I asked one of my friends who does the GI Joes. I said, do they take to the RIT dye? And he said, yes, the Air Jordans do. So you could dye the Air Jordans like a different color. So I just thought it would be cool to have like a Vader with like black or like cement Air Jordans on. You know what I mean? Like it'd just be crazy.
What I was thinking is, maybe it's time to add a shoe store to the mall.
Totally. Right. There you go.
Ideas.
Great idea, man. Yeah. Foot Locker. Like a Foot Locker.
You're giving me some ideas there. So
right.
I don't know who the fuck Darth Vader is. It's all Air Vader over here, boy.
Air Vader.
Oh, that was terrible.
That'd be good. But seriously, yeah. So I thought, for like $4 a piece, you could load up and have you could. You have a whole shoe rack.
Yeah.
Like be crazy.
Call him Storm Jordan's artisan.
Right. So
yeah, I'll have to tell Fanboy Tone. I already showed what I have for my mall a little bit ago. I still have to check that out.
Yeah, Fanboy, you got to check out the replay when you can, man. Timbo was giving us a whole tour, man. It was epic.
Oh, Timbo,
yeah. Fanboy has a podcast he does too. That's really cool with other collectors and world builders, and you guys should definitely check out his YouTube channel.
Oh, I will indeed. Yeah, I'll be over there in a bit, Fanboy. You got it.
Thanks for turning us on. I didn't know you had a YouTube either, man. So definitely we'll check that out.
No, wow,
for sure. Hey, Turtlefly 420 just ordered Savage from CMD store. That's gonna be a good figure, dude. That's gonna be top 5 of the year, I think.
Oh, definitely.
It looks so good, dude. It looks so good.
He's gonna kick Farm Boy Luke out of the #1 spot for me. I'm pretty sure.
Not happening.
Right, exactly.
Oh damn! Hey, always hustling. Oh yeah, dude. No rush, man. Whenever you can, of course.
Oh yeah.
What would Obi-Wan do if he had the high ground? Oh, dude. Oh shit. I don't know, man. Bro, he ain't getting them Jordans dirty, bro. All right.
Oh yeah. He'd dunk on Kenobi, right? Just
straight dunk, dude. If Anakin Prime had the fucking Air Jordans on, game fucking over, bro.
Right, exactly. Right, exactly.
Oh man,
game over, man. This is the real question: is what color Jordans would Vader have? Would it be just blacked out? Would he do accent
black?
I don't know, man. I think he'd go with the red. I think he'd go with the reds.
Okay,
just for a little flash. I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
Yeah, right? I don't know. I think it'd be all black.
With the LeBron jersey on, like he's got the Bron, right?
Yo,
you could actually have a lot of fun with those figures, like with the shorts and the jerseys and the sneaks. Like that would be.
Oh yeah,
you could do some crazy Star Wars figures with that, Timbo.
For sure,
I've seen on which site is it? It might be AliExpress. They have a stormtrooper, and I think they actually have a clone trooper where they're wearing like a white suit. It's like a 6-inch figure you can order. I'm gonna have to get one. They look really cool.
Yeah, I bet it looks sharp as fuck. Actually,
yeah.
Well, that's cool, man.
That's pretty funny. So I've actually done a custom of a figure of one of our former guests, as a matter of fact, and I just happen to have him right here. And I thought it might be funny. Tell me if you know who this is. So speaking of AliExpress and customizing and everything. Does anybody recognize him by any chance?
Jacob. It's Jacob. It's Star Wars Collector.
Totally, right?
Dude, no way.
You know how he's always got the biker scout helmet on? So
Jacob
here you go.
Away from
there you go, Jacob.
Wow.
I got you.
Jacob
he's got the real little shirt on. It's like a real t-shirt.
That is so epic, actually. Dude. That's fun.
Hey,
That's fun.
What's up, man? Hey.
How'd you get that helmet?
So that's just a Farm Boy Luke. I took it off. I was able to just slightly modify a biker scout helmet with yes way SWC. But so I just modified the helmet. I had to just rework the neck peg a little bit and the interior peg. And then I got this black t-shirt online on eBay for like $6 from China. And somehow it got here faster than the figure I ordered from Florida. Go figure, but so it just worked out perfectly. And I was like, oh my God. And because I always think it's funny the way he's got the helmet on when he does his live shows and everything, so I was like, let's make one of Jacob. So there you go.
That's awesome, dude.
That'd be funny. Yeah. So anyways.
Well, shit, man. Do y'all want to start wrapping up? Do y'all want to go for? Is there anything else y'all want to talk about, or anything y'all want to go over, or anything last minute? Chat, y'all got anything y'all want to run down before we wrap things up, or what?
Yeah, Timbo. You know what? Why don't we give Timbo the floor for the last couple of minutes here? And
of course.
Yeah,
for sure, man.
Freestyle, man. Whatever you want.
Is there anything you want to tell to say anything about your channel or anything else before we wrap things up, man?
Yeah. I mean, I have a YouTube channel. I'm much more active on Instagram than YouTube, but I am trying to change that. I know a lot of work goes into making videos and, doing them right. And, I'm just trying to kind of balance my time. I do build a lot of accessories and playset type pieces for 1/18th scale. And really enjoy, doing that. And right now I'm kind of at a point where I've just, things I've made have sold so quickly that I just don't have anything available. And I've been doing some custom orders too as well of things. But yeah, I'll have to check with you guys if you would be interested. I've been making some custom 1/12 scale records. And Stoned and Hyper, if you guys would tell me like your top 5 or 6 bands, I will make you guys custom records front and back, and send those to you no charge.
Oh man, dude, that is so kind of you, bro.
Thanks, man. I'm a huge vinyl collector, and
Okay,
so
yeah,
me too. I will go through my collection. All right, nice.
Timbo,
Excellent.
bro, when I was telling you about my room in high school, I had Molly Hatchet, I had Phil Collins 75s, my Morning Jacket, I had fucking the Cars, I had so many. That's so. Thank you so much, man. That's super thoughtful.
Bro. Let me just grab something real quick here. I'll show you guys.
Yeah, dude.
Just a few things that I've been putting together. Having fun making, to use in my world building. But here is, make sure you get the right camera here. Eric Clapton's Unplugged album.
I love it.
Oh, that's sick.
Love it.
And then this is an import Star Wars album, front and back here.
Oh, that's
right
awesome,
on, dude.
Man. Yes.
And I'm a big, Eric Clapton fan. So, we've got, some Eric Clapton. More
I hear that
albums in here.
Yes.
But, and I've got a Weezer album in here too. So again, these are all just ones I'm gonna have.
Pinkerton.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
Those are awesome, man.
So yeah, if you guys, I'd be happy to send you some 1/12 scale records that you
thank you.
Use to pose with your figures.
I
haven't really showed these off, but I've been working on trying to perfect my 1/12 scale Marvel Legends figures, and I'm kind of getting there.
Oh, dude, that is so cool.
So cool.
So I've got these. Here's the Scorpion and Venom. I've got like 6 of them, but these are front and back now. So
how much do you charge for those? Like a set of those, Timbo, like on eBay on your channel?
I really haven't sold any of these.
Gotcha.
So
yeah,
I'm kind of working on that. So
I need to have my Venom holding a Venom action figure.
Okay.
That's too cool. That's really cool. But I'm willing to purchase those. I'm grateful for the records, but I will purchase the actions. That's so cool, man. I want to support as well, of course.
Yeah. Hey, that's great. I'll let you know. And
yeah, cool. Just let me know, bro.
So, I cannot wait to play this back about 1 minute ago so we can all hear the gigantic. That was so funny. Dude. You showed those little marbles and he went,
bro. It's just like the third person. It's so fucking cool, man.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah,
I just love that so much.
Little bubble on them, and
oh my god, it's got. I thought they were flat. It's got a fucking bubble, a blister.
No, it's a bubble on it. Yeah,
it's a blister. Yeah,
get the fuck out of here, dude.
And that's kind of actually what makes it look like there's actually a figure, is because that bubble kind of gives it kind of a. It's kind of funny. So here's a funny story. I made 3 sets of these, and I was actually listed them on Instagram. I had them available, and somebody had messaged me like very quickly and was like, "Hey, I want to buy everything you have." And I was like, "Oh man, that's awesome." I didn't expect to sell them that quickly. And then the person thought they were real Marvel Legends. They didn't realize they were 1/12 scale.
You got to be fucking kidding me.
So thankfully they didn't buy them, because they would have been pretty mad when a box about this big showed up with.
Hilarious. Oh yeah.
That's wild, man.
But yeah, I will try to get you guys some just some fun world building stuff.
Thank you, dude.
I would. That is awesome. Thank you so much,
man.
Yeah.
That's really kind of you.
Thanks for what you guys do. So
thank you, man. Connor, thank you for the super chat, brother. Really appreciate you, man.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you so much,
so
man.
much, man.
Unbelievable.
Y'all are also appreciated. I just want to say thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. It means so much to all of us, man. Timbo, we gotta have you on again sometime, dude.
This is
love
great,
to be
man.
on. Maybe when I get some more, some of the new stuff built, I'd love to, show you guys.
Please,
so
man.
I've got a design for the record store. It's going to be, I'm really excited about it. I've kind of been finding some cool pieces, for it. Like I found like an in-scale like lava lamp. It's not like a working lava lamp, but it's a lava lamp to put in the record store. I found a jukebox that I'm going to try to maybe add some droid feet to it, and it'll be a part of
that's
part
really
of the
cool.
record store.
Yeah,
epic, man.
Yeah. And I'll just be making a whole bunch of records, and so I'm really excited to get it going.
Wait until you read the comments in the chat, man. You're gonna love what everybody's saying. Trust me. Yeah. If you haven't already been reading.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Fanboy Tone's already said Timbo's Instagram is here. I'll pull it back up again real quick.
Oh, thanks, Fanboy Tone.
Where do I go? Here we go. Right here.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
What are you doing, Cody?
Same here, Galactic Artisan Custom. Same here, indeed. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, it really does mean a lot to us.
Yeah.
I've got a whole that whole wave of Marvel Legends. I was just showing the two that I made. I actually made like the whole wave. So there's Craven, Craven the Hunter.
Sick, man. Yeah.
There's a Spider-Man, of course. You got to have a Spider-Man in there.
I'll have to get that one too. I have to get that one too.
And then Kingpin. You've got this Kingpin. I think a really cool figure.
Yes, I do.
Almost too big for the what I used to make these, and then the Rhino is in there too as well. So
I need
you're like Stone's crack dealer right now. Right. This is just
Timbo. I need three, man. I need three Marvel Legends, man.
Oh my God.
Also making some 45s too as well.
Oh yeah. Well, the jukebox, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's an Elvis, 45 there. So
cool, man. Right
lots
on,
of fun
bro.
with that, man.
Fantastic work, dude.
Hey, thanks.
Cool.
That is extremely rad, man.
And thanks again, guys, for having me on. Really appreciate it. Had a lot of fun. This flew by.
Dude,
Timbo, man.
It always does.
Yeah, for sure. And I definitely want to see that 4-inch collection going on one of these days too.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. As soon as you get all moved in and you're settled in and you have some time on your hands, just let us know and we want to get you back on, man. This was so much fun. We loved yapping it up with you. Nice to meet you and talk to you face to face. Very nice.
You guys too.
I'm going to be having that lime green toolbox in the next 72 hours too. I love that thing. That thing is awesome.
Yeah,
man, that's really
I like
cool.
the color green. So
I was going to say, even your channel logo is green. I think green's kind of, we have that in common. I like green too, my friend.
My favorite color, green, and green. I like blue as well. So, but yeah, green's always been my number one.
Blue's awesome. Purple too.
Well, hey man.
Thank you all so much again. This is the 12th episode, man. 12th episode of the Stone and Hyper Show. This is so cool, man. And we're just continuing to grow. Like I said, go show Timbo toys some love if you haven't already. Fantastic work. He's got on and popping on Instagram all the time. He's going to be posting on YouTube again very shortly. Also, as always, be sure to go show Hyperdrive Collection 6460. My boy Hyper some love. And I'm the So Mandalorian. Y'all been just great time as always, man. So much fun, and we will see y'all next time.
Peace.
Later, everybody. Have a good night.
See you guys.
See ya.
Yeah.